petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Petty Party Podcast. You're here with your girl, Shelly Shell.
Hey everyone, it's Just Nick checking in.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F Baby.
Please say the
baby.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Immaculate coming out the set. What's good? Yeah, because like your pitch was kind of high, so I was like, let me just match it. Like it was like, ah. Then when everyone went low, I was like, oh, sorry.
Whenever everyone goes low, you go high.
Period. No, I go lower. Just kidding. How's everybody doing?
Good. Okay, so I have a question for y'all.
Pop it off.
What?
I'm like,
You didn't give us room to breathe. Like we're doing okay.
how they was doing?
Yeah, like she asked the question, you straight to.
Let me get them in.
Y'all, unpopular opinion.
Whoa.
Unpopular opinion.
I'm tired of
You hate
asking
that question?
No, I hate small talk. I hate it. I feel like
But it's not. How did you know small talk? We didn't even get to answer.
That's what I'm saying. I actually don't mind that. It's so I feel like it's just so ingenuine. People like, how are you? Good. How are you? Good.
But we didn't
Everyone
even get to answer.
Okay,
It's
first,
giving.
right here.
Last night was mad real.
Yeah.
Sunglasses and Advil.
So how's everybody doing?
Good.
You know what? Ask your question.
Like,
You paused for it.
Let's say ask about a red flag. We're rushing. Okay,
No.
rush your red flag. That's your red flag. Rushing into a question.
anyways. Okay, so what is something you consider a red flag about yourself?
You know what? And I'm in the famous words of Drake. As soon as I stop having fun with it,
I'm done with it. That's what I was gonna say. Like I have a short fuse. Like I don't, and not even like I get angry quick. Like it's like, so, like I feel like as soon as I stop having fun in 10 minutes,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what for me is like, like I'm so quick to like move on because it's like, and sometimes I feel like it's a red flag because it's like you could always hear the person out. You could always just be patient. Do you have a grill in your mouth?
Oh yeah, I do.
You? Okay, cool. It's definitely giving sunglasses to Advil. But yeah, no, I be short fuse, done. Like I'm quick to frustrate, I don't got to deal with it. I'm out. I'm done.
I feel that. I mean, I think for me, I think my biggest red flag is that I'm kind of, in a way, I'm kind of like a man in a relationship. Yeah,
Somebody has to be.
but not like not
Just
in like
kidding.
an alpha way, but inside, like in more of a. You know how like men sometimes can come off like they just want to like be by themselves. They don't always want to be like lovey-dovey. They're not really
You're not
clingy.
affectionate, really.
I wouldn't say that I'm not affectionate. It's just that sometimes I want to be by myself.
But I don't know. That's a red flag.
That's not a red flag.
I feel like
I'm like
sometimes
that too, though.
I feel like sometimes it can be. I feel like sometimes it can give off like you don't even like the person.
Yeah, but Nikki,
not
that's
true.
giving
That
off.
means you need personal time.
No.
But are you like an avoidant? Like, is it like, do certain things trigger that out of you? Because it's very different to be, there's a difference between being like, I like to be alone, I like my personal time, then when there's conflict, I need to be alone. Or like when you do something like that, it's like you're hard to reach.
I think it's
That's
kind of
when it's
both.
like, oh. Okay.
Yeah. But again,
it
I
can
don't
be
think
both.
it's a red flag. I just think that your boundaries are a bit different when it comes to like, because I like my personal space. And maybe it's a thing because you grew up with a lot of sisters. I did too. So I think maybe that contributes to it. But like relationship or not, like I just need my space.
you know,
Like
and
I don't need to be up under you 24/7.
It's so crazy you say that. I can kind of agree with you. You know how it's like growing up with a lot of siblings, you don't have
any personal space. You
You didn't have
don't.
personal space. You didn't even, your food couldn't even remain in the refrigerator. You didn't,
Bro.
you put something in the refrigerator, you
It's
come
gone
back,
the next
it's gone.
day. Somebody's
Next
wearing
day,
your shirt.
hours.
Did you see that TikTok where it's like having a good time with my sister, then realize she's wearing my shirt?
Yes.
Like, bro, what
And
was
that's literally the life. Like yeah, it's been a lot. So I think that now that I'm adult and that I can actually like afford to like be by myself, to like have that
enjoy
space
that
to myself,
time.
I enjoy it so
yeah,
much more.
I don't think it's a red flag though.
You
Yeah.
know, it's crazy you say that because I feel like I have a lot of siblings and I can live in somebody's skin. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like personal time.
Yeah,
at
like
all.
I'm not gonna lie. I
and I feel
love
like that would, I could see how you call it a man thing because I feel like that would hurt my feelings if someone
But maybe,
yeah,
because you
yeah,
had-
the
but
moment
maybe
you-
because you have more brothers and sisters.
Well, I don't know
maybe,
because
yeah, maybe. It's like, it
maybe I don't know.
wasn't hard for me to
yeah.
have personal time.
but for me,
growing
Michelle,
up.
like that. Not to say that it's like, you know, this is no shade at all, but like I cannot do that. Like that whole living, like get away from me. I need just space. Like, I can't do that.
I have
you
not-
always constantly want to
And
be with
people-
me.
People ask me that all the time. Like, why don't you live with one of your sisters? No.
No.
Yeah,
I could
you
not.
Know, you know what's
I could
funny?
not. I could not.
That's so crazy.
I love them
I
to
could, but
death.
it's a no.
No,
Yeah,
I couldn't.
it's so interesting because I think a red, like, I don't want to say a red flag, but it's because I didn't grow up with a lot of, I'm an only girl, so I see life a little bit differently. But like, I'll say, like, I don't want to call it a red flag because it's really not a red flag. It's just kind of a thing where, like, I don't be understanding, like, constant, like, for example, like, when I, like, for example, you and your sisters, like, I, like, the way y'all interact with each other, sometimes I'm, like, overwhelmed. I'm just like, dang, like, y'all, like, talk about everything. When you have brothers, like, y'all do talk about everything, but it's like there's a level to it. You know what I'm saying? And my brothers are older than me. Like, my oldest is like 9 years on me. So it's like there's a big gap. So sometimes just like I have to like force myself to sometimes like talk about stuff. It's like, why are y'all asking this? But it's like, no, because it's normal as girls to talk like this. But because I didn't grow up with sisters, like it's not normal for me. Like certain I'm just like, why are we talking about it? Can we move on? But that's like a red flag. I don't want to call it a red flag. I feel like that's like a thing for me. Like it's hard for me to just like
Open up.
like it's like with girls. It's just like it's
I
not
feel
a bad
that
thing,
way
but it's
too,
like,
though.
huh?
I feel that way too.
Yeah,
though.
You know, like it's just like hard
Because
for
I
me
have
sometimes. It's
brothers.
just
I
like
think it. Actually, I can kind of agree with you, but in the sense of maybe because I have sisters, there's really no point in me like past y'all. There's no point in me like going deep with another woman.
Yeah.
Like I don't like. There's just no
Right.
Especially
Right.
the older I get. And it's
Right.
so crazy because, like,
Right.
a lot of times when something, like, deep happened, people are like, why you didn't tell me? And I'm like, damn, I done told all three of my sisters. I forgot. Like, it's just, like,
Yeah,
there's
like,
such a lot, like, a chain
Yeah.
of command where it's, like, default. And then it's like, I feel like I told everybody when I just told my sisters.
But I will say a red flag. That's something I am actively always working on. I can get a little mean. Like when I say a little mean, like especially not with opposite sex. Like if something is really bothering me, I'll get like catch like not a bad attitude, but it's like she's annoyed. Like they'll be like, yeah, she's annoyed. Like
You have a poker face.
yeah. I mean, no, not anymore. Like I just kind of like I will zone into myself, get real quiet, like and like I will dart eyes like. You know, and it's like, Polly, why are you acting like that's so crazy? Like, you are too grown for this. But it's like, I just can't help it because sometimes when I'm annoyed, I need you to know, like, you're really, like, annoying the crap out of me.
Yeah.
You need to feel it. So I would say that's kind of a red flag. And that's why I'm trying. I be working hard, like, okay, just because you're annoyed, try not to show it. But you know,
also, if you're annoyed, like, I thought people should know.
I sometimes just like it can become bratty in a sense. It's like you don't have to be a brat. Like you don't have to be that way. So
Yeah.
I think it's only when, or not for you personally, but like when someone's annoyed, I don't mind. Like, okay, let's talk about it. It's something that's only irritating or a red flag if you can't get past it.
yeah,
Like it's
okay,
like once we talk about it and it's like you're still pouting and you're still just like annoyed, then it's like, okay, at this point,
yeah.
maybe
Once I talk about it, I move past it.
But is that really fair? Like, I feel like just because you talk about something, it doesn't now like give the green light to where that person has to automatically be okay with it. Like, especially if they were offended. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
I think
that's
then
the
remove your-
conversation.
I would
I think
say-
you have to allow that person to like go at their own pace. Like, because I think it's a little selfish of you personally, or even me, like to think like that. It's like, oh, because I'm over it, now you need to be over it.
Okay, okay. I don't mean like you have to be over it. I think it's a very big difference between, you know, I'm not past this, and also then I'm gonna be in your presence, but you're gonna feel the energy of I'm not past it. I feel like at that point it's like, okay, if you're not, because there's some people who's just like, you know what, I've forgiven you, but keep me your arms length right now because I know I'm not ready to be around you right now. I think that's fair to both parties. I don't think it's fair to be in somebody's space knowing that you have some kind of grudge against that person, and that person in their mind thinks that y'all have worked it out and they're feeling like passive aggressiveness.
Yeah, like
to me that's kind of immature.
that's very like and that's something I used to do heavy. Like I'd be like, we had to talk, but I'm still like feeling away. It's like no, like if you sat and had a conversation, y'all but each heard each other's side out. You don't have to now continue behaving like that. Like, get over it. Build a bridge and get over it. Like, you have to start forcing yourself to get over it because sometimes you can stay in that stage of, like, feeling away too long when it's like, dang, if they've already, like, stated their case, apologize, like, why are you still feeling away? Like, then you need to go take some personal time and figure out why you're so angry. Like,
it's okay to not be over it. But
but
you
like,
don't have to force
you don't have to
yourself
make people
on that
feel
person.
uncomfortable around you now because you're not over it. Like, just move past it just for, like, the sake of them. Like,
well, the sake of the vibe. So
yeah, because sometimes like,
Sake of
dude,
the
like, girl, because I know
vibe
energy
killer.
shift can be a big, like, it's like, especially around a man, it's like, I'm just go home tripping. Like,
No, but have y'all ever been in a situation where like you want to go home so bad, but you're like, if I go home in this moment, it'll be an escalation. Like things will escalate.
Oh, I've done that before.
That's the
and
worst.
had
Where it's
no
like
issues.
maybe it's like you had like a. I feel y'all had no issues, but like to me, I feel like there are some arguments where it's like,
Yeah.
as much as you want to leave, the situation actually calls for y'all to sit here and like push
Like,
push
like,
past
sit
the
in the
awkwardness.
yeah.
You have to
yeah.
sit in the awkwardness
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
If not, it could become beef.
It can
it's
become,
gonna be
it can become
complete
like,
beef.
this is done. Like,
Yeah,
forever
literally.
type shit.
Like you have to fix that energy in the moment.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, because there's an individual where we would never fix it in the moment type people, and we were like low key beefing and dealing, like beefed out 24/7 because we know how to deal with things like in the moment. It's like, oh gosh, that's so like draining. Anyway.
Michelle, did you answer yours? Did you answer?
The red flag? Yeah, mine's just as soon as I stop having fun with it.
Oh, you're done with it. Okay.
Yeah. I'll be on cruise control, and as soon as things start feeling a little shaky,
Bro,
like,
I'm
next
out of
stop.
here. I'm like,
Don't even. You have to
Bro,
wait for the
And
exit.
don't let me be out with you and I start feeling like that. I'll leave you.
Literally, because it's
Bro.
like, listen, this life is too short
I'm
to
about
come
to
and kill
show
myself
you.
behind anybody.
Honestly, at this point, you know, as you get older, that starts making more sense
Yeah.
by the day.
It's so crazy. Our parents be so right about certain stuff.
Yeah,
It's like,
can't come and kill myself, literally. Like,
You look like never mind.
What?
These glasses. Oh my
I
God.
know, y'all. Let's explain the glasses real quick, because
yeah, let's explain it.
So I had 2 eyelashes on earlier, and I think the way that I placed them actually ended up scratching my eyeball, and so it's actually hurting or whatever. So I said, let me just thug it out and wear some sunglasses, so y'all don't have to see me wincing every 5 seconds in the camera.
Yeah.
I feel that
No, eye pain is different. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the moto. Okay, this is a pretty lengthy one. Hi, ladies. First, I want to say I've been listening to y'all for some time now, and I love the show. Sorry this isn't super short, but I wanted to give you as much context as possible. I've known my boyfriend for almost 2 years now, and we've been dating for about a year and 4 months. We're both 31, turning 32 in the fall. Overall, he's a nice guy, pretty quiet and chill, and treats me well, but there are some things that I've been feeling uneasy about. The biggest thing is the fact that he doesn't have his own place. He's been living with his dad for almost 3 years now. When we first started dating, I didn't have a problem with it because times are hard and life is expensive. He also told me he'd be moving out soon because he saved up for his own place. He was supposed to do that last summer, but still hasn't. Sometimes this topic will come up and I notice he'll get irritated when I ask. His response to the question, when are you moving out, is either when I move out or soon, which isn't an answer in my opinion. I bought my house when I was 26, and I understand that not everyone has the means to do that, especially in today's economy. But to not even have an apartment is becoming kind of off-putting to me, and to be honest, having him always come to my place after we go out is a little exhausting. Another thing is his friend group. It's basically non-existent. I haven't met his friends because he deflects when I ask about them, saying, oh, all my friends live out of state. I get it because I have friends who live out of state too, but we do our best to stay in contact with each other. He also doesn't talk about them much at all, which leads me to believe he doesn't have any. The only person he talks to about is his cousin who lives in Texas. They're pretty close. I just find it strange because although I'm an introvert, he is as well, I make sure I keep a small friend group so that I have a balance in my life. People to vent to, laugh with, go out and travel with. He does none of those things as far as I can see. He also met some of my family, mom, sister, a few cousins, etc. When we all went to a basketball game last year and was very quiet around them, I understand being nervous, but he was barely speaking at all. I brought it up to him once and he said it was my first time meeting them. I didn't know those people. He didn't say it in a rude way, girl, but it sounded rude. But it did have me side-eyeing him a little bit. He was also at my house before I went out of town once, and my mom was going to stop by while he was over, but when I mentioned that to him, he rushed out the house. He's also not super romantic. We had a small disagreement a few
Do you
months
like
ago.
him?
Yeah. And I expressed how
This is a letter Medea told. Oh, girl,
Like,
right?
oh my
The pros and the
god.
cons.
And I expressed how disappointed I was that he stopped planning dates. A lot of times we just get food and chill at my house. I'm not opposed to that sometimes, but the lack of romanticism leads to a lack of intimacy on my end. To his credit, he's working on it, and I can see that he's trying to do better, but not without a little push from me. It just feels like he does the bare minimum. All of these things and others are affecting my attraction to him and our intimacy. At my age, I'm looking to get married and start a family in the near future, which he knows. And I don't feel comfortable doing that with him if he doesn't have his ducks in a row or at least a plan. I believe that a man should lead and be able to take care of himself and family. But how can he do that if I haven't even seen him take care of himself? I've been feeling this way for a while now, but sometimes I feel like I'm being shallow or selfish. Am I? He's not a bad guy by any means, but he also doesn't seem like he's putting in any effort in any aspect of his life, including our relationship. Am I wrong for wanting to end things because of this?
No, girl, you've already ended it in your heart.
Babe. This
I
sounds
want to
like
just
the
go
end
like
this year.
portion by portion because she said a lot. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna start with
Okay.
the first thing about him not having a space.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like she said,
He's
she's
about
20.
to be 32. They're about to be 32. They're
Oh.
31, both.
She bought a place at 26, but they're 31.
Yeah,
going
I
on
thought it was
32.
like same. Okay, 32.
They're 31, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, babe. Have you seen the economy? Like,
Yeah.
I am
And she
so
mentioned
sorry.
that
She
Like,
kept saying that, so she understands.
yeah, you don't understand if you're bringing that up. Like, I'm so
But
sorry.
he's
Like,
been living there 3 years, and so the thing is, it's like if he's telling her like, "Hey, I've saved up enough money to move out,"
Why aren't you?
then clearly he hasn't. I still feel like.
So be honest.
that's a problem too.
But my thing is like,
Saving up money
it's also the way you're
No,
bringing it
No,
up.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, hold on, because you said
Hold
that.
on, it's
but
crazy.
Remember saving up? You said no, but I'm just saying which because I'm commenting on what you said. But it's kind of like you don't know. Like the economy makes it. It's kind of hard for people to save. Like people have to really pick and choose like what they're
Bro.
doing.
So what is his plan to come move into her house?
I don't think he said that. He's
he
at his
never
dad's
said that.
house.
He's at
But
his
that's what I'm
Crystal.
saying. Like,
That's it, Christopher.
But I don't think
get
what's
what you're
the problem with that? Living at
Him-
his parents' house. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, again, y'all, maybe if this was a couple of years ago, pandemic year.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
But look at the economy. It's so hard right now. Even with jobs, like when people are doing
Right.
contract work, it's like that's left and right. People are
Right.
losing their jobs left and right. So I
Right.
cannot fault him for like the instability that we have in this economy. I'm sorry, I can't.
No,
like,
I know.
I do feel
yeah,
like, you
yeah.
know, as somebody who's in their 30s, like, yes, it would be nice to date somebody who has their own space, like, but he doesn't have that. So my thing is, like, you keep almost like punishing him for it. He's clearly not ready to. In your head, I think she's punishing him in her head. So it's like, either you're going to let him do him and do it on his own time, or you're just going to leave it alone. Like, her bringing it up consistently is not going to make anything change. So it's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I mean, but she wants
mean-
to see it change, so she needs to bring it up.
But you're
My
not, you
thing is-
can't force him to change.
True.
But my
That's
thing is
true.
to respond to that. I think that the issue with this is like, sure, like if it was just like any relationship, then cool. But she's clearly saying that she's ready for that next step.
And I don't think he's
And-
ready.
Exactly. So that's why she's saying, like, is it wrong for me to want to end things? And I say no.
I
They are
agree.
on two different levels at this point
Yeah,
in their
they
life.
are.
Like, he clearly is still like trying to figure himself out and whatever the case may be, and she has all her ducks in a row. You know, so that's the reason why I don't think it's wrong to end that. I don't think it's selfish of her to say, like, hey, you know, at this point in my life, I'm trying to get married. I'm trying to find a husband. My husband has to be able to provide, and I don't want the first time for you to be living on your own to be whenever you and I are trying to now get engaged.
Mhm.
You know, and then also it's very taxing to where it's like, to me, to be honest with you, I honestly feel her. Like, I don't want a man at my house every time that we're hanging out, every time that we're together. I want that option to be able to go to his house, get up and leave whenever I want to. She doesn't have that option. She's been doing that for a year and 4 months at this point.
And you're to blame. You're doing that to yourself. Like, I feel
mean,
like the
Crystal
guy
has a
is
point.
not, he's just not at the level that, I'm not faulting her for wanting what she wants. I just think that he's not at that level, and she's almost trying to force him to be at that level. You can't force a man to do nothing.
Yeah,
And like,
really,
even the
literally.
fact that she's talking about marriage and like kids, he not even, you know what I mean? He ain't even reached hasn't reached his first milestone yet. So marriage and kids is not on his radar. So that's why I'm just like, I think maybe in her head, she's trying to because she's, like you said, she's had these accomplishments. She's ready to like take this next step in life, and he's not ready, and you cannot force him to do that. That's why I'm just like,
And I'll have to be honest, because I guess I'll have to speak for a personal experience. Like, I'll be real. Like, if like I understand the economy and everything, but like now, like where I'm at and where I've always been, like, if a man doesn't have his own place, I'm not dealing with you.
And
I'm not, and
exactly.
I'm not dealing with a man with a roommate
Yeah.
either, because it's just like I need
With
my
a
man to
roommate? Really?
Mm-mm,
Yeah, I'm not gonna
nah,
like, no. I'm so.
No,
and that sounds so
it's a
bad.
heavy no for me
Yeah.
because I need you to be on your own
Yeah.
fully. I need to see it.
What if it's like a house, not an apartment?
No, and that's even worse. I don't need you to be having a roommate in a house. Is it your house or his house?
If it's like a duplex and they
Even
on one
then,
side,
I don't want it. I don't want it.
I think it's.
I need to know, is it your house or his house? If it's his house, I don't want it. If it's your house,
Oh,
You
if
get me?
you're
Like-
a roommate in his,
yeah, it needs to be your house. And even then, it's like,
and even if you still have roommates,
why is
even
the
then
room-
you still have
what's going on?
roommates.
Like, when are my stuff coming in? Are they gonna still be here? But it's like that too. And to me, it's like I understand where the writer's coming from. Like, it does show a sense of responsibility. Like, if you can be on your own, because like we're talking about the pandemic. I won't even lie to you. Like, I've low key been out of my parents' house for like almost 10 years.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And like, You figure it out. Like, as adults, that's what you have to do. And if she's not even seeing him, like, figure it out, I get it. When we now have a family involved, how you gonna figure it out? And I don't want our family to be your test run.
But I also
you know what I'm saying?
she's using him getting a space as like some sort of like, which she's not wrong, but some sort of like step towards
but I agree with her though.
I agree, but like, let's say you get an apartment. There's people who get an apartment and they end up moving back home anyways. That
I know,
doesn't
but still,
necessarily
she wants
mean
to see
that
you try.
Yeah, but it's like,
I don't
yeah,
think there's anything wrong. The thing is, like, what she's saying is like, he doesn't have like a goal in sight.
Yeah, no plan.
And there's no, and like, and it's so crazy. I talk to people about this all the time. You can like be lazy like in one form of your life, and it ends up trickling into every other aspect of your life. And that's kind of where I don't think he's lazy, but like
complacent.
There's just no like drive to him to get a place, to have friends, to be romantic, to like,
and like you don't got your own place and you're not romantic.
That's what I'm saying.
That part is crazy work.
I was like
you should have all the extra finances to be able to buy roses, to be able to show gestures.
But okay, and this is not to play devil's advocate because everything she's listing, if you really think about it, they're not breakable offenses. I think it's deeper than him not staying in his own place. I do think that as women, you can even compare us now to our older selves, that once you reach certain milestones, sometimes it makes you look at men differently.
Yes, for sure.
And like you're in different rooms. So I think at some point, a part of you're not saying it, but it's like you kind of look at him like he's a bum.
Yeah.
Like when I read that letter, it
he's
sounds
not a bum. He's not a bum.
But she kind of feels that way.
It's like you kind of feel that way. So part of you is you're telling yourself if he did all these things, you wouldn't look at him any different because he's not doing anything wrong. You admitted that you're saying he doesn't have friends. That's not if you really think about it, most guy friend groups and friendships are so shallow that it's like, do guys really have friends like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just have people they hang out with. But if you notice, like when you get in relationships, the guys are really telling you all their deepest, darkest secrets. They don't have men in their lives to go to. So to me, that's not a red flag. Him not being romantic. You said that
his cousin.
Huh?
Oh yes,
but she mentioned. No, I'm agreeing with you. It's just the fact that he has somebody. It's just his
family.
cousin.
Yeah, it's just to you, it's not a big friend group. It's not enough. Like you said that he's not romantic, but then you admitted and you brought up to him he's actually trying. You said that he lives alone. He doesn't live by himself. But then you said he saved up. He's actually trying. I really feel like he's doing all these things, but I don't think it's going to be enough for you because somewhere along the line, your perception of him has changed and you unconsciously do feel like you're better than him and you feel like you're better than this relationship. And I feel like as long as you feel that way, this relationship's not going to progress. And for the sake of him, I do think you should leave him and not even to sound harsh, but I do think that he deserves to be in a relationship with somebody who could understand where he's at right now.
True.
You know, because the thing about it, we've all been in positions where like we're not quite where we want to be.
Not equally yoked.
You know, and
I
it's
was
like
just about to say
you would
that.
appreciate being with somebody who could kind of understand that, push you in a loving way. But I think where you're from is like you're way past the point of I'm pushing you to do better for yourself. You want him to be better for you, and that's completely different.
But not also too. I also think she just wants him to be better. Like at the end of the day, like that's her man, that's her partner. Like I want to see you do good. I want to see you like progressing, excelling. Like he's been saying he's been saving up. I think she said 3 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so you've been saving up 3 years. Like so, like where, like come on, like but you as a man, you're saying these things with your mouth, so your word is bond to me. And so now
he doesn't have to prove that. But this is how I feel.
But he told her.
But my thing is, he does. This is what I'm saying is at this point, it's like he's having to prove himself to her. If he's saved up, that's good enough for him. It'd be different if it's like, I saw that he's saving up, but he's spending his money recklessly. No. She's not saying that. She's just saying he's saving up. Why hasn't he moved out?
But I understand where I agree with you at your point, but also I'm just saying the other side of things. It's like, okay, you as a man, your word got to be bond, bro. You said this. Okay, so what's going on? Like, what is she like? We're in a relationship. Like, where are we moving forward at? Like, we're just we are literally going in the same circle and nothing is changing.
You know the reason why I resonate with this very well is because I had a relationship where, honestly, I forced the relationship. And I didn't realize it until it came time for like more things to happen in the relationship. And he wasn't ready for it. But then I thought back, I'm like, well, damn, he wasn't even ready for this relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why did I even like guilt trip him into this whenever I knew he wasn't ready for a relationship? So why would he now be ready for marriage 2 years down the line?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? So the only reason why I do think that like even the romanticism, that's a breakup for me. If I know that like acts of service and these type of gestures are like high on my love languages,
And you're not getting
and
that.
you're not getting that,
Then it's
you
enough for
are
me to
going
go.
to like eventually those things are going to wear down onto down on you to where you are going to feel resentment towards him,
And the
you're
little
like,
things are gonna feel big.
exactly. So I do think that we have to start being honest with ourselves in the importance of what these things are. If it's important to you and you're not getting that from him,
That's enough for you to leave.
it's enough for you to leave.
But and this again, playing devil's advocate, in most relationships, right? You know, there's always like that hump where it's like I think to me the reason why I didn't see it, rough patches. The reason why I didn't see it as like a big deal is because like literally she doubled up saying, you know what, he actually is trying.
Yeah.
So I think to me it's like, okay, well he's trying. I feel like that's like best case scenario because you know he's not planning dates, and to me it's
but
like, okay,
he's trying with her push. Does she always?
And that's what she said.
So
She's like,
does she
he's
always
trying
have to?
because I have to push him
Does
to
she
do
always
it.
have to push him to do
She has to say
everything?
something.
If she wasn't there to like say anything, would he do it?
But I guess to me, I don't know. For me, that's what relationships are. To be honest, relationships are like either you find a partner who's already doing these things, but most times, if he was already doing that and they're 2-3 years down into the relationship, at some point you do hit that rough patch of where it's just like y'all get comfortable with each other. It's like to them, it's like a date is not that necessary because like y'all are around each other so much that y'all just chilling at the house. You forget to set up that time. So if she's bringing most guys, you bring that up to them and they're rejecting it or saying like, well, you playing something. The fact that she brought it up and she pushed him, but it's like she says he's actively trying. He's working on it. You know what I mean? And to me, I'm like, that sounds like somebody who's actually interested in fighting for their relationship. I don't think that that's their big issue. To me, it sounds like
something else.
Kind of what Crystal said. She's on a different timeline than him and she can see it. She can see that her timeline is here and she's there and she wants him to hurry up. She feels like if he gets the house, if he's romantic, if he gets some friends, if he gets some like, you know, then they'll be in a position where
they
maybe
can move to the next level
They can
together.
move to the next level. And it's just like, unfortunately, in these situations, it's like,
I'm not gonna lie, babe. You can't.
Yeah,
the
y'all aren't on the
potential
same
of where he gonna
trace.
be, you can't. You gotta let that one go.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Potential.
women and men can be guilty of this as well, but women mostly, we do fall in love with potential too much. Like we're like, oh, what he can be and not what is he. So I'm not gonna lie, like don't fall in love with you can see him being. No, fall in love with what he's
Who he
showing
is,
you.
yes.
Like what does he look at face value right now? Is this something you can be with forever? Don't be looking at, oh, he might progress into the no.
Yeah.
What is he doing right now?
If he
That
wasn't
is what the
romantic,
focus point needs to be.
if he didn't have his own place, if he wasn't romantic, if he didn't would you still fuck with him?
And like
the answer is no.
and
girl,
you know, and
run.
like I said before, like one thing about me, like with a man, like you must have your own place. Like I'm not gonna lie, there's isolated events, right? It'd be different. You start your own, you went back. Okay, cool, but that's different. But like I need to meet you on your own. Like I can't. It's just. You know what I mean? I know guys have roommates and stuff, but to me, I don't hope y'all don't come down on me for saying it, but that wouldn't work for someone like me. I don't want roommates. I don't want people in our business. Like to me, that's too much of the outside world and our stuff. So like just us. I'm gonna have my own place. You gonna have your own place.
But roommates is crazy. I'm gonna think that y'all date.
Oh my God.
It's not even that. It's just like I'm just gonna think that like I'm just gonna think a lot of things, and I'm gonna think like you're not really ready for the things I'm ready for right
Have
now.
y'all ever like been in a relationship where like the guy almost tried to like, because for me, I've been in like a relationship where we were talking, but he almost made me feel like I wasn't doing enough for like where I was currently in life. And I'm not gonna lie, it did not feel good. For one, it was his delivery. So that's why I was like, I don't know like how she's talking to him and like bringing up these things. It was absolutely his delivery. Like he made it seem like almost like he might as well have said you ain't shit. He might as well have said that. So that's why I'm like, how are you actually talking to him? And on top of that, like after I got out the situation, like, and I really took that and I took it personal. Like for a long time, I was just like, damn, like I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough.
Right.
And I got the situation. I was like, no, Chris, you're actually doing a lot. And you were overworking yourself. He wasn't doing enough. Not to say that she was. And he was projecting. But like, it still just was like, it actually did not make me feel good at all.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
I've been with someone like that. And it
and
wasn't
it's like
a good feeling.
almost trying to like force you to like do certain things. And I'm like,
that's not even your scope.
that's not even if it is, maybe down the line, but it's just not in my scope right now. And I feel like for you to not kind of like meet me like almost where I'm at and like just kind of work with me, because I wasn't a terrible person. Like I was a bum. It's not like I was just not working. Like, you know, so I just like, I would have liked for him to just meet me where I was at that moment.
It's funny you said that because I remember like long time ago, a guy was trying to talk to me and like he was like everything he was just bringing. Oh, my friend has a business. It was just like.
Like, what are you trying to say?
Like, are you trying? Like, what you trying to say? And then, like, it was like a thing where like he didn't see this as a business, and to me, it had me feeling like, dang, like I'm not like I know who I am.
I can't lie.
I know who I am, and I know I'm pressure, but I realized like I will never be good enough for you.
Yeah.
And like when I realized I remember like I cut him off cold. Cause I was just like, you know what? When you have that self-realization, you just have to let it go. Because I realized I'm like, he's comparing me to girls that ain't even on my speed. Like,
when you really think about it, it's like,
But I will say this. That's a man for you. I'll be honest with you.
not all men are like that though.
Men don't go for potential. Men go for where you were at in that moment. And I think that more women need to start dating like that.
No.
I think that this is me being honest. I think that whenever women they date for potential, you're settling. Because at the end of the day, that man may not reach that potential. You may not even be the person to trigger him to reach that potential. And you're over here dating him thinking like 5-10 years down the line, like, no, look at him for who he is in that moment.
You for who you were.
Exactly.
Literally.
And I think men do that.
But I also sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying men take women for where they are at in that moment.
Yes.
And what
But in my defense, in my defense, I'm not gonna lie. Like after I kept talking to him, I realized that what he was comparing me to was his mom, and like his mom was a single mother, and he's used to seeing her do certain things. And a lot of men do that. They're used to seeing their mom just do all these extravagant things with 4 kids and push past. And it was just like, bro, I'm sorry. Like respectfully, like I am not going to model your mother.
Yeah,
like I'm
Crystal,
not also going to
thank you for
model
saying
a
that.
woman who low key struggled. Like you're glorifying the fact that she was struggling. Whole time she needed help. If she had help, she would have taken it.
And like that's the
So
crazy
I'm
thing.
like-
Like that was really the comparison. Like, oh, they're doing all these things. And it's like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was a only girl, and I low key was spoiled growing up. I don't believe in like a man's. I'm now like living this like horrible stressful
life.
work life. Like no, and I'm not gonna say like that. Some people are doing that, but I'm just saying like. That's not something I'm like aiming for, like off the gate. Like I want 8 different jobs, and I have to be like, no,
That's
like
not
I'm
what
not
you're aiming
I'm not
for.
a machine.
No, I agree. That's not what you're aiming for. But to be honest with you, I actually want to see that someone could do that. Because let's say that we get married, and let's say that I get hurt. Can you step in where I was and pick up those pieces? You know what I'm saying? So I don't agree with like him wanting to see you like be like a struggling single parent, nothing like that. But I think you also have to think like, at the end of the day, can this person take care of things on their own?
Yeah,
if something was to
absolutely.
happen, can they step in and be?
But it was just.
But sometimes guys will get mad at you if they feel not mad at you, but it's like they almost feel away if they feel like you're not suffering enough.
yeah.
Like it's almost like a
And
jealousy
that's what it
aspect.
was. That's what it was.
It's like
it
they're
wasn't like
it's
a
like your
push
life is too easy for you.
Don't get me
it
wrong.
wasn't like a push motivation. It was basically like your life is too easy.
like,
I don't feel like you're doing enough.
I
And
had
I'm
a
like,
lot it's so crazy. I had a lot going on. I was in school. Like to me, it's like what else should I be doing? Should I not be sleeping? Like what is it?
I
You're
was
mad
fully in
because,
school,
like,
by the way.
You're mad because my life is probably not as hard as yours. But who says my life ain't hard?
Yeah.
Like everyone chooses their heart. My just heart ain't your heart, and it's
Yeah.
cool. But like I just feel like as a man, like we're nothing in me and you could be compared. Like you're the man at the end of the day.
Imagine telling me I used to women who got it out the mud and I'm
Are
in
you
school.
crazy?
I'm in school.
The crazy part is,
What do you
I
think I'm doing?
a lot of men do not see value in women like going for higher degrees,
And I don't
that's
respect men like
and
that
that's
either.
Me being honest,
Let's talk
like
about that.
they would rather you go invest in crypto than go back and get a master's.
Crypto, but it's like
No, but
I feel like
that's
those
what they
men that
wanna
be
see.
putting women down for going to get education. I'm sorry.
You're just weird.
You're a hater. You
You're
can't read.
just
And so,
weird.
like, it's just sorry.
Point
no.
blank period. That's just
Like,
weird behavior.
No,
You
weird
can't read.
behavior.
You
Not
can't
gonna
read, and you're
normalize
upset. I'm reading and
For me,
excelling.
like, I couldn't
sorry.
respect it because I have
Sorry.
dated other people who not said similar things, but it's like, okay, if you wanted me to do more, there's a delivery with it. There's a certain way you say, hey, you know what? I can support you versus like,
Right.
you not doing enough.
and that's necessarily
Or,
like
true.
why
you're
don't
not
you wanna
doing
do
enough,
this?
or like, hey, like I see your potential. I know what you can do. Like this is like you can get there.
Yeah.
You know, like there's different. Like I agree. It's
There's a
different
way you
approaches.
talk to people.
This definitely, because I remember even like, and I know I talk about this all the time because it was triggering for me. So there was a guy I dated who like he made a lot of comments about my weight or whatever, and I was struggling with it at the
Fuck him.
time. Yeah, and so it was so crazy. Like, mind you, I know that like not saying I had let myself go, but a little bit or whatever. And I kept hearing comments all the time, and it's like for someone that you're actually dating to like make comments like that, it was kind of
It's
like
annoying.
it's
Or it doesn't feel good
annoying,
either.
and it's like you're already insecure, and it's like, dang, like, and the way he was like, his comments were very passive aggressive. You know what I mean? And so it was like not like straightforward, but you know how like making little things, and in your back of your head, you're thinking, is he saying this because he thinks this? Is he saying this because he thinks this?
Right.
And mind you, I dated someone directly after, and it's so crazy because it took me a while to realize that he was pretty much getting at the same thing, but the way he went about it was completely different. Like, he changed his lifestyle. He created a healthy lifestyle and created space for me to join him in that healthy lifestyle. Like, it's so many things that he did where it's kind of like, dang, it's like you made me feel comfortable to make the decision for myself to change. You never made me feel that I needed to. Like, I think that that's like the difference. Is some people will make you feel like you need to change in order to be in the relationship. And there's people where it's just like, hey, you can be in this relationship. I love you for you, but at the same time, like, here's a space for you to change for yourself. Because
I want you to be your best.
Yeah, he literally had a conversation with me, and he was like, he said, you know, if you're happy where you're at, that's cool. He said, but I personally don't think you're at your best self right now. And then when he's that, I was like, you know what?
That's real.
That's real. Like, maybe I'm not at my best self. He's like, if you feel that way, like, let's do this, let's do that. And it kind of is like, it's encouraging. So again, it's all about, like Crystal said,
also
delivery.
Like in your tone and delivery. Cause I know someone like our like delivery is like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like one of my best like relationships, like, you know, man and woman, like platonic, that like our communication is like A1. Like, that we don't feel away when we talk to each other. It's kind of like we're very direct, but we're still respectful. Like, it's like, hey, there might be something that I'm doing that he might not like, but there's a way he talks to me where it's like, okay, you know what? It's a delivery. And I feel like a lot of women and men, the delivery be off. Cause I see some like how like not hey women, I'm not trying to put this down. I see some ladies, I'm like, no wonder you act like that towards you. Like, you talk to him like he a dog. Like, why is your voice so high? Why are you so like scrunched up? Like, calm down, be cool. Like, I feel like, and men too, like, I feel like the tone, like, I feel like sometimes like I understand like in the world we live in today, we're all pushing like the stand on business stuff. But I really think that like we all need to check ourselves at the door with how we talk to people. But like your tone is everything. You know what I'm saying?
But also I feel like there's also like a reception that you need to have. Sometimes there's some people that there's literally no way that you can say it that they're going to be able to receive what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's just like sometimes you got to be receptive to hear certain things about yourself. Like,
and
it's
not
always nice to hear. It's not always nice to hear if you're hearing things about yourself that you could change. But
and like that's another thing too. Like,
to it.
I like make mental notes with people like, dang, like I realize like I can't really get deep with you because it's like you take offense to realness. And like to me, like that's a very important quality I like in people, that they can accept real. And then the day, everyone's not going to sugarcoat anything for you. Sometimes if your character ain't right, I got to be able to tell you that, hey, look, check yourself. And you should be able to receive it, knowing that I'm coming from a place of love and not from a place of hate. Like, I think some people just take things way too like, oh, you're talking about me. But it's like, no, like, who? If no one's able to tell you about yourself, who can?
Yeah.
But
I mean, to answer if you're wrong as far as like the breakup, no. To be honest, like
that's mature.
If I could write a letter about how much I hate my nigga, I should have been left.
Oh my God.
No shade, but it's just like I think that sometimes you know when they say breaking up is hard to do, but moving on is even harder. I feel like right now it's like you already mentally broken up with him, but it's like at this point it's
Quiet
like
quitting.
you have to come to terms.
But
with
that's
the
what
fact
women do. We already check out. We check out before we really leave the
You
relationship.
definitely outgrew the relationship.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds
and
like.
it's okay.
And you're not a bad person, you know, at all. I do feel like people should be people they're equally yoked to. So it's okay to feel like we're in two different spaces right now. You could break up, and who knows, a year from now you could run into him again. He got his own place. He got some friends and everything you want.
It's probably gonna be that push
5 years
breaking up with him.
5 years, like she's been like, you know what? Like I can't imagine. Like she's been working so hard for 5 years. No, she got a home. She bought her house at 26, but like she's been like working to maintain a house, watching him like live at his daddy house and stuff. And it's like that has to be difficult. Like. No, I need, unfortunately, like, I want to watch someone in the field too. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm the only one putting in work here. Like, and he's probably not helping her with no bills. Oof. I think that's what she really angry about.
Potential baby girl.
Every time you fall asleep, you're gonna.
I feel like she's angry. Like, you want to sleep here? You ain't paying no bills. Putting no groceries.
That's one thing. And it's so crazy because I see that one Facebook group, and like some women are just so like quick to let a man move in with them.
Hell
like,
no.
What is the matter with y'all? Like,
does they need help?
No. Some of them be like, hey, can I just stay with you
move in for free.
No.
No groceries.
Just because they want companionship. Companionship is not enough for me to have a adult child in my house.
Get a hobby. Especially if you have kids.
May those women never find me.
I never understand as a woman with kids letting a man move in with you that you barely know.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's crazy to me.
Oh my gosh, it's so random. I just started watching Love After Lockup yesterday.
Oh, I love that
and
show.
I'm like, I'm like, I had to stop. I'm like,
I can't watch that show because certain stuff is too much.
The men aren't even trying.
They're actually trash on arrival.
24 hours in, he came and had sex with you, took your car and dipped. You couldn't find. She said he ain't even been released for 24 hours. Like, girl,
we just got out.
saw another girl.
I said,
He
yeah,
got
baby.
rounds to making you the only girl to allow him to take your car.
I couldn't proceed with the show. I couldn't. I was like,
No,
yeah, no.
facts.
Yeah, no,
This
I
is
can't watch her and
dumb.
stuff where I see women just like being foolish.
Yeah, no,
like
this is crazy.
for
I feel
a
like
check.
on the show, it used to be like read between the lines. Now it's like he's telling you to
No,
your
he's
face
telling
he don't
you.
like you.
He literally had somebody call your phone, and she was like, "Who is this? His girlfriend." Like, and you said, "Oh, that's his."
And
auntie.
you were writing him letters in jail. Oh, girl, may that
Anyways.
love never find me.
May that love
I will not be
never-
nobody's pen pal in the prison.
All right. Well, speaking of prison,
Hmm?
how do y'all feel about Diddy's
the diddler.
convictions? He was found guilty on 2 counts of
Prostitution.
well, yeah, like it wasn't
think one was
trafficking, but
no,
it was
wasn't
like
trafficking. Or it wasn't
prostitution
prostitution.
with
was
Cassie and another girl.
It was transportation for prostitution. pretty much.
prostitution. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So 2 counts for that. So 1 for Cassie, 1 for J-No. So he did not get any of like the actual like RICO
Racketeering
charges,
or-
any of the racketeering,
Y'all gonna
any of
kill
the
me.
sexual
Yeah,
trafficking.
I mean,
Y'all gonna slay me on this, but I'm pretty sure I said on this pod
Yeah.
that I'm not gonna lie. Following that case, I was so confused. I'm like, when are they gonna explain how
Yeah.
this became a RICO?
Yeah.
Maybe because for me, right? I feel like in order for me, as if I was on a jury, I'm thinking, okay, so you have a RICO. You're saying that he had co-conspirators who helped him commit these crimes. Where are the
Where are
co-conspirators,
they?
and why have they not been tried?
Why have not been
usually
on the
for a
stand?
RICO, they have to
I
be
don't know.
guilty of the charges.
I'm not gonna lie, like
Not saying that they're not guilty, but
yeah,
it's like
the feds really messed up on this one.
Yeah.
They made it seem like they had like this
All this
grand
damning
evidence.
evidence.
I was ready for them to have the smoking gun on
Like,
week 2.
no.
And when I saw like
was
what
the trial's not over yet, Michelle.
I'm like, huh? It's been over. Like, but as I was watching, I'm just like these testimonies. I'm like, dang, they really not speaking to that RICO they trying to get them on. Like,
Yeah.
this is embarrassing at this point. Like, at this point, what it looked like, which y'all did, and it's cool. Whatever y'all playing, y'all achieved it. I see, but it's like y'all were never getting him on the RICO.
do y'all feel like
and
Cassie's
you can't convince
testimony
me
like
otherwise.
hurt the case though?
You know what I think hurt is the line of questioning Cassie when she, and honestly, to be honest, she's a victim, but she's also like a human, right? So I think it's very natural for her to say, yeah, I have a lot of love for
Yeah.
him and this and that.
Mhm.
But I do think like her expressing empathy towards him kind of ruined this whole idea that this was a non-consensual, because a lot of times she admitted that it was consensual. So I think for the jurors it was kind of confusing, because it was like, okay, she doesn't sound like she was trafficked.
Yeah.
She sounds like this might have been a case of prostitution that she engaged in,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't sound like he trafficked her, like it was against her will.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the times it may be, but I think her final line saying she has a lot of love for him and all the other stuff.
I will say the witnesses created a lot of reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
They created doubt. Like, I'm not gonna lie. After Cassie, after the Jane, I'm like, y'all, what did y'all come in here and just say screw the case? Like, what are we doing here?
And they
like,
focused too much on the
I think
freaky
with
aspect.
the-
yeah, they were
yeah,
focusing too much on sex. Like,
well, no, it's the questions that they were asking them. I do feel like with Cassie and Jane Doe, who we kind of figured out who it was, I just feel like they were thoroughly going over how their relationship was with Diddy. And unfortunately, like, you guys actually did like him in the midst of that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
that's
it's
what I'm
like,
saying.
it's hard to kind of say, like, okay, so where was he wrong? You know what I mean? It's hard
But-
to kind of
Yeah,
point
to
like,
draw the
as the
line.
feds,
yeah, it's hard.
though-
It's hard to draw that line, because it's like you're talking about having fun, and then you're talking about, okay, at the end of the night, I didn't like this so and so, but then you went back. So it's kind of, you know, it's just,
Yeah.
it's
as
just
the
a hard
feds,
line
like
to
the
toe.
way y'all went about it, y'all rated this man's house. Y'all made it like, where was that at?
Yeah.
The
And what-
questions weren't even geared towards anything. I really like. Y'all were just trying to expose how freaky he was. And I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't on trial for being a freak out man. Like, he was on trial for at least 5 things, and y'all really didn't speak to all of them like y'all were supposed to.
And y'all said y'all were gonna prove that he was apparently selling drugs or transporting drugs.
Y'all didn't
and, and when did that happen? Like, it was a lot. I think, to be honest, let's be completely clear. A lot of these RICOs, say once RICOs is like any crime that's created under an enterprise. Once an enterprise is officially, you know, considered a part of a RICO, all of that becomes government property because it was all obtained illegally. So I think a lot of it, to be honest, I feel like they went for the RICO because they wanted to obtain that wealth, and I think that they had their blinders on as far as how much they could effectively prove. Now, do I think that Diddy's guilty of a lot of this shit? Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
But once you go into the court of law, you have to be able
Yeah.
to prove it. And I think they bank too hard on the jurors believing that he's a bad person.
And
Yeah.
that is also
And
my
I feel like that's where the
problem.
defense
Why
kinda had
are we
them at, like-
having I don't understand why jurors are even involved when it comes to the court of law. Respectfully, like, a lot of people don't even know what a RICO is.
You know, I think
So
they get to choose, actually, if they want the judge or a jury. I think he chose
And
to go
I
to the
and I don't
jury.
feel like today in 2025, I don't even feel like that should be an option.
But jury kind of. But the
like,
thing is,
you
jury
get a fair
actually.
trial.
So
I don't
So I
agree
think
with
that
it.
juries are good in the sense of like it. you can create reasonable doubt in someone's head.
And he has
so
that
like,
right.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
like with Diddy, it's like, okay, if I can like make you feel confused about like all these testimonies you're hearing, and you're like, well, was it against her will? Was it not against her will? That is better in his sense. Whereas like if it's a judge, sometimes judges are just like,
Yeah.
you know?
No, but I still don't agree with it. I'm actually shocked, like I said, that in 2025, like that's still what we go by because
Why?
because I just don't feel like a lot of people have like they can pick, but I just don't feel like the average person has like the information they need to step into a court of law. Like I
But you don't
I
need
feel
to.
like-
But
but
you don't
but
need
yeah,
to know
you're-
you don't need to know what a RICO is per
Yeah,
se,
but you're
down
not
to like
biased.
down to the T. But what you do need to know is if he did something wrong or not.
Yeah.
And I think that's like at the end of the day, like being a juror is knowing the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
Is this person guilty of what we're saying they did? Did they go about it the way that they were supposed to go about it? I think that's all you have to really know as a juror.
And they also get a lot of evidence that we
it's
don't
opinion
see.
at the end of the day. So that's why I'm like, I just feel like
Well, it's not
Going
really.
off-
No, it's
it
not
is
really an opinion.
opinion.
Remember, it's the prosecution defense team stating their cases. It's either your case was good
and
or
they,
it
and
wasn't.
they have to answer
The
whether they
prosecution
believe
case
it or
wasn't
not.
good.
So it's their
I know, but
opinion.
their case wasn't good because they didn't really have a case.
But you know
that's
what
the problem.
It
Like
doesn't-
they didn't really. No, their case was not good. That's
Okay,
why
I
the
heard
verdict.
but
You know what I mean?
They're still giving their opinion on whether they believed
True.
it or not.
But
That's all I'm saying.
But I also think the reason why that is, Crystal, is just to kind of get.
I understand why, guys.
Yeah, but just to explain it, since we brought it up on camera, is I feel like everyone should have the opportunity to be judged by their peers. I think that's really what it is. So they go to make sure, because think about it. What if you're a black man and there are certain things that are contextually that a judge may not quite understand? You have different age gaps and you're trying to prove your innocence. And it's like this judge is like so far removed that she could just say you're guilty because she's not understanding the context. And so that's why I think they say you have the right to be judged by a trial of a jury of your peers. So both prosecution and the defense has the opportunity to go through and hand select these jurors, and they take things into account, like what race they should be. Should they be male? Should they be female? What age? All these other things to take into account to make sure that it is a fair trial. And as much as I do think that sometimes it could work against the system, a lot of the times the reason why that is necessary is because a lot of people like us, black and brown people, are sent to jail unfairly because by judges. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's a right that should be taken away.
So how do y'all feel about like the people that were supporting him, not supporting him?
They're weird. I'm sorry.
I'm not like.
Like
I think
Carisha,
choosing to publicly support
Santana.
It's crazy to
Yeah, that's
me.
a
Like I'm
choice.
like, it's one thing to have your opinion about it, but to publicly show your support for him, I'm sorry. I think that like we have lost it. Like we've actually lost it at this point. Like I know Carisha did post that the Justin Bieber like the little clock it meme afterwards.
Yeah, she did.
I saw Santana on live saying that he misses Diddy. Diddy was fun, and I don't.
What?
Yeah, I don't read the.
I mean, we've been
Santana,
doing
read
that.
the room.
know why
Read
he's
the
fun.
room. This is not
Does he not
helping
know the room?
your
The rumor
case.
was the rumor apparently, allegedly. I heard this. I didn't make this up. Was that Santana was the one dating Diddy and
Yeah, we knew that.
Young Miami was the beer. We didn't know anything. That's alleged.
It's alleged, girl. We can't start making
But
stuff
I
up.
feel like for him to say that is kind of because what
It's-
about Diddy do you miss?
Read the room. Read the room. Read the room.
I just
read the
think-
room. But I also feel like
Back shots.
okay. One thing that I also oh my gosh, one thing I didn't agree
Allegedly.
with was I think they were trying to give like certain people immunity or like give him a little bit of time to like stay in jail before they figure out like what his sentencing was, so to speak. And I know Cassie mentioned like he was going to be a threat to certain people, so I feel like certain people should have immunity. And I think they denied that.
No. So I think Cassie, I think they did offer her immunity to sit on the stand. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, they did.
But I think she actually appealed to have his bail. Like she wrote in to have his bail like denied because she
Yes,
felt like
that's
he'd be
what
a
it was.
threat.
Sorry, yes.
Even
yes.
though, and then cancel me. I don't care. Cancel me. Cassie, if you felt that way, you should have said that on the stand. Like, I'm just like, you never made it seem like you were scared for your life. Like, they literally asked you these
But she
questions.
did, though.
I mean, she was very honest, but I think her closing statement,
did.
honestly, she should have just said, I don't fuck with him. I'm scared of him. How are you going to say, I love him, this and that, and then say, I'm scared for my life. He should get his bail denied. You should have said, no, I don't fuck with this man. I fear him. Yeah, lock him up, throw away the tree. Key, that was her opportunity to say that on the stand so the jurors can hear her. I think saying that after the fact that the case is closed and now all of a sudden you come forward and just be like, can you please deny his bail? I'm scared for my life. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, semantics aside, though, I do feel like a lot of people are going to be in harm. Like,
No,
by,
I
like
mean,
I
do.
know. Yeah.
That's why
I think
I'm like,
everyone knows that.
That's
We
why I'm
know
like,
that.
I'm scared for
everyone
them.
knows that.
And that is the reason why they should have had a better case.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
the
because
thing is,
like
the
you
people
really
to
put
blame-
yourself in the line of fire.
The people to blame, because my thing was, I
Like-
was thinking, I was like, was Cassie's testimony really needed?
That's
Y'all
No,
really brought that pregnant girl on the stand.
But
to
you know
say
the
all
crazy.
that?
But you know the crazy part is, I was like, I was talking about that with somebody. I was like, I feel like Cassie's testimony almost hurt the case in the sense, like,
Almost.
okay, it did. It's like I almost think they would have been better off
Yeah.
without her, but at the same
Talking about
time,
she the one picking the prostitutes.
like
I'm
she's
like,
the one
okay,
who-
y'all done
I feel like
removed
she's
him
the
from the
one
scene of
who's-
the crime.
She's the one who set the tone of like how things are going.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I remember when she ever tested, I'm like, oh my gosh, this was your star witness.
Yeah.
so do y'all feel like people are still gonna be like fucking with him, like as
Absolutely,
far as like
y'all.
music, as far
would
as
fucking
I would
like-
hope not.
When
but-
this
They are
trial ended, and the
stardom.
amount of people that
Everyone
came
who
to
stayed
support
quiet.
him,
Yeah.
Everyone who stayed quiet are his friends still.
and the people that spoke up after he was, I was like, y'all, seriously.
And Charlamagne, I
spoke up?
wonder, because Charlamagne's on revoke, right? He's been very vocal.
Yeah, very vocal.
That's who they need to protect.
Yeah. Even that one, there was like one, like, I think news reporter has been like reporting the case. Like he like, I forgot his name. Like his name like Teray or something. He retracted everything he said.
Oh,
And
I forgot what his name was. And when he was found not guilty, he was outside the courthouse
Yeah.
in baby oil,
Yeah.
drenched in baby oil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was
crazy
like,
work.
they,
Crazy work.
and like, I guess like one,
And-
I don't know, correct me
he
if I'm
drenched
wrong,
himself in
society.
baby oil.
But I think like
In
one of like,
support of Diddy.
I
his
did. No, I saw some people doing
one of
that.
Diddy's representative came to him saying like I guess Diddy heard everything, like it's all love, but it's like
Diddy has representatives.
like people like speak for him.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
But it's like I'm not gonna lie, it's just like y'all.
I'm shocked he got not guilty though.
Like people like who really dissected like
fair.
Bad Boy
shocked
entertainment and
too.
stuff. We know like what everyone's capable of doing, and it's like
because my thing is, I'm like, I mean, the man, because somebody, they made a good point. There was like, is he guilty of being a bad person? Yes.
yes,
Is he guilty of this RICO? Like,
No.
y'all didn't quite prove it. I feel like they
And
needed
yet-
maybe 2 more
Yeah,
years to
yeah,
put
yeah,
everything
yeah.
together.
yeah. They
Like, it's
needed
like they
that.
almost had it, but I feel like if they had more
I don't
time,
think
they
so.
should have.
They didn't have it.
They should have charged those co-conspirators
Yeah.
first. They should
Yeah.
have been co-defendants. I'm like co-conspirators, and they're anonymous. Like,
because
I'm
they
so
would have
confused.
probably sang like a canary.
Yeah,
and
I'm
then
just
they
like-
would have had more evidence.
Exactly. I'm
Because
like,
I mean, I feel like I'm not gonna lie. Like if we really think about it, like Cassie's guilty too.
I mean, that's why she got immunity.
That's what
'cause
I'm
she
saying.
kind
So
of
it's like, did they
implicated
really?
herself.
You know, it's like I'm actually shocked by the feds. I'm real like this
Yeah.
No, I'm shocked.
This is
They have a
actually
98%
very embarrassing.
Conviction rate.
Yeah,
for them
this
to,
is
like,
embarrassing.
Drop the ball on this, but honestly,
something must have happened.
I also feel like something. The man is rich.
because I'm like,
No,
sorry,
where's
Crystal,
the
he's
evidence?
rich, but like if the
Bro.
feds got you, they got you.
He's not rich.
No,
He's not rich
I'm with
enough.
Crystal. I'm with
but I
Crystal.
feel like his defense
Something
team,
happened.
like I think something happened.
Because there was drugs at one point. That I'm
No,
like, what happened?
I'll be
to
honest
that?
with y'all. I think that it was people that are also entangled with Diddy that are higher up,
and destroyed a lot of evidence.
destroyed a lot of evidence, shut a lot of people down. Like, let's be honest. Like, Diddy wasn't partaking in these freak offs like by himself. He was inviting people to them.
But I feel like the people
So-
that he purchased and like the people that he flew out.
No, I'm not talking about purchase. I'm talking about the people that he invited to partake. Like
his
of
all white
people-
part, like his
the
party.
rich
You think it's like an
people.
Epstein type situation?
Yes, absolutely.
Because then they say Orlando Bloom.
There was like this,
Orlando Bloom.
this alleged that basically
Oh,
Homeland
Orlando,
Security.
Brown.
No, not even Orlando Brown. What's his name?
Leonardo. Oh,
Cuba Gooding.
Cuban Gooding. Oh yeah, he was.
He was in the court documents,
Allegedly.
picture and all. No, he
No,
was.
what
Read
I
it.
was saying was
There's allegedly that Homeland Security basically invaded his home to get like evidence of like all the higher up people out the house and all that. So that is the reason why they were there.
But remember, before
weren't
they got there, there was a jet that left.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that they left. He packed up a bunch of stuff on that jet. I think someone tipped him off.
Yeah.
They tipped him off they was coming because he literally left on a jet, like literally.
Yo,
right
like
before
how
they got
can
here.
like
and that's what I'm
This
saying.
is
Like I
on
feel like
some,
the
like-
people who did take the stand, like the people who hired, like they like to speak about like what they did with Cassie. Y'all don't feel like they were getting paid?
Low key, because even Cassie's
Like-
testimony, I'm like, I
Are
feel
you
like she
talking about
definitely
the old,
she
like,
was scared to talk.
I don't know if he was security that white man that used to work for him. Like his testimony was
I don't know.
kind
It was some of the prostitutes that
little
took the
shaky, too.
stand. Like
Oh,
that he
yeah,
had- I don't know
shaky.
if they're prostitutes, sex workers.
Sex
Let me just say,
workers,
some
yeah.
of the sex workers that took the stand that he was hired. They were hired by Diddy. I feel like some of them were. I
They were
don't know.
paid.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so that's why I'm just like,
it gave testimony was paid for.
yeah, like what?
Because it's like, why are you even here? Like,
because they had so much
Help me.
time. He had a lot of time to really
Yeah.
make sure that
and like everyone was
was
like,
paid
oh,
off.
it is so crazy because like this case showed how powerful he is.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
money
anyways,
money is
Money is
Moving on to how powerful people are. Have y'all heard about like the flooding that took place in Texas?
How powerful people are.
Oh, okay. Was it Kerrville? Is that the name?
I think
Yeah,
it was. I think it was like
Texas.
the county was Hunt, Texas.
But it's Kerrville.
Oh, Kerrville. So, I believe on 4th of July, a storm hit that area and a flood happened, wiping out. I think the death rate is now up to 200 people, and basically a town was kind of left stranded because there was no alert system. The weather app didn't state that a storm was brewing or coming through. And unfortunately, a camp by the name of Camp Mystic was hit tragically, and a lot of lives were lost. So RIP to the children, the girls that were lost in that flooding, and prayers to their family as well.
Also, another big part of that was that a dam broke. So not only was it like flooding from like the actual weather, but a dam broke. So that's the reason why, like in 4 hours, like the water rose by like 26 feet. Yeah, so like it was a lot of things that went into it. Don't get me wrong, like I definitely agree, like due to Doge and the tax cuts and like the cuts of staff, the National Weather System was affected by those layoffs. So there were a significant amount of less people that do work for that company. And they also cut off like even like some research whenever it came to like looking into these storms, you know? So they sent out 2 alerts. One alert, like the first alert was like around like midnight, and they sent out a second alert around like 4 or 6 a.m. I can forget the exact time, but they were still too late. You know, like
way too late.
The alerts were still too late at the time that they actually sent them out.
I feel like they should have been evacuating like on July 2nd. Like,
yeah,
they should have been like, and also too, there's like a lot of like variables into the situation, because even you stated the dam had broke. Like there's been news that like Camp Mystic wasn't an accredited campsite. And so a lot of people been wondering, like, if y'all weren't accredited, then why were y'all still hosting, like, you know, people to come and stay at your campgrounds? That means that something is not deemed safe there, you know, because where they're located, they're on the bank.
Yeah, they're on the bank, but I don't think that the accreditation of the camp has anything to do with the fact that they would have known that a flood would have come
it's not
through.
that.
I think she's saying that's probably why
y'all shouldn't be, like, basically, you shouldn't be a running camp right now. You're not accredited.
But think about all the camps that y'all have gone to as a kid, and they're like next to lakes, they're next to water.
I've never been to a camp.
Yeah,
and I have.
But I get it.
I grew up in Girl Scout camps.
Right.
And to be completely honest with you, like in the middle of the wilderness, and they are next to bodies of water. Like, because like even at Boy Scout camps, you're fishing, you're doing different things. So it's like, I don't want to put that on the camp. Like, don't get me wrong. I do not, of course, it wasn't the best idea to build a camp right next to this large embankment, but at the same time, this is not the camp's fault. This has nothing to do with accreditation. This has nothing to do with, this all falls back on, at the end of the day, like the National Weather System. I just think the National Weather System, at the end of the day, let's put the blame where the blame is. It is on the government.
I don't
care what.
We can't even call it the government, because the government had no say
I don't
on
care
Trump
what no one says.
Elon Musk come around willy-nilly through our entire, I don't know, but that was crazy.
Yeah, like it's not like this. Like we need to put the blame back on people. Whenever people take away jobs, well, who's gonna pick up that job?
Actually, hold on. I'm putting blame on Trump. The blame is on y'all. Y'all motherfuckers who voted for Trump, who decided y'all want to vote independent or didn't want to vote fucking at all, or who decided to say Kamala's not this or Kamala's not that. These are literally the consequences of y'all's own fucking actions. Like when Trump was coming through and defunding all these programs that y'all have never heard of, so y'all thought it wasn't a big deal. These are the results of those actions. Like he defunded actual programs. Not only is he
now NASA.
And no, not only that, now he wants to defund FEMA. So imagine a man coming in and saying, I'm going to defund a program that alerts y'all when a natural disaster is possibly coming. I'm also going to defund the program that comes in when the natural disaster actually happens. You understand how fucked we're going to be? Like, this is the man y'all voted into office, and it'd be different if we was blindsided. But he gave us a manual, a little script as to how it would look like if he was in office. And we showed it to y'all, and y'all tried to gaslight us and say that he wasn't going to do that.
That was also another big thing because, what's the lady's name? The director of, I have to look up the name. I'll get y'all the name. But they asked her, she has to be the one that puts FEMA into play. She waited 48 hours 48 hours before she said that FEMA could go in and help out Kerrville with search and rescue.
I'm shocked they didn't bring in the National Guard.
That the National Guard is by the government. The National Guard has to come in by the government. They have to have approval to come in. So if these people if the higher ups are not approving these people to come in, then it's on the state, and that is what Trump is trying to do. He is trying to defund FEMA because he feels like the states need to be responsible for their own natural disasters, aka California. That's really who he's trying to punish because of all the wildfires. He doesn't want to bring in national help, so he's like, "Hey, y'all need to figure that out as your own as a state."
But y'all pay taxes to the government. Like, also, some billionaires can fly their jet and not have to worry about paying taxes. Literally, this is why we've lost all these programs that actually benefit us. Like, to me, I feel like, and that's why when people say, "Oh, y'all really are gonna like end friendships behind who people voted for," this is why. This is actually why. When we were saying it back then, y'all thought it was like people were just being too political. But now that people are actually losing their lives, people's lives are being changed by things that are 100% preventable. Yeah, it was a flash flood, but flash floods are 100% predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can predict them for a reason. And the fact that
you can prevent the aftermath too.
Yeah, and imagine like
it
is July, guys. It's July. This man has been in office 6 months. If you're not scared now, you should be.
Mm-hmm. All the people that don't think that global warming's real.
Look at what's
Mind
going on right now.
It's raining in July. You would think it was spring out here.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's
because like even this past week, was actually kind of scary because the weather app says sunny. Every night it was storming. Places were flooding in Dallas. Like, it's kind of, guys, everyone just needs to be kind of safe out there.
It didn't rain this hard in April. And y'all know, I know y'all be on TikTok. I'm starting to read them comments when they be like, "Y'all, the rapture is here. God's coming anytime." I'm like, you know what?
You believe it?
It's starting to give revelations. I don't know. It's literally starting to give revelations at this point. I'm worried.
Christy Noam. That's her name.
Her name.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, I do want to move on to a lighter note. Again, rest in peace to all the people who were involved, people who lost their lives, all the innocent children who lost their lives behind that.
A lot of them were from Dallas.
Natural disaster. But yeah, I did want to move on to a lighter note. Guys, has anybody kept up with Love Island?
Girl,
are y'all just saying fucking now?
I think it's not about that. I really do wish that this season of Love Island they would have approached it a little better, because a lot of these things that like that have come about this season with like the whole Ulissa thing, Sierra and her the racial slur. I feel like if you would have vetted these people, y'all would have caught all these things. And to me, it's kind of ruining the viewer's experience.
So you stopped watching?
I'm still watching it, but I'm giving like a kind of like a review on this is my first time watching Love Island.
I still watch it, but I agree with Paulette. So it's actually crazy. So Ace and Shelly recently did an interview, and they talked about how like a lot of them are entangled. Like a lot of them know each other outside of the villa. So like Jeremiah and Nick knew each other before.
I'm gonna keep calling each other best friends. I'm like, in
the house that y'all just met each other.
They knew each other before. Shelly knew Adriana knew Amaya, Ace. And so I feel like a lot of this goes back to production. It's like y'all should be vetting these people more. Like, unfortunately, y'all are gonna have to go through and look at these people's social media, look at what they're doing. Like, there's no reason why 2 people were kicked off this season
due to racial slurs.
They were easily found on social media.
But I'm not gonna lie, like I do kind of feel a little bit differently about the whole Sierra situation. So just to catch you guys up to speed, Ulissa was kicked off at the very beginning of this. You see her in episode 1, you don't see her in episode 2. She was kicked off because they found on her social media that she said a racial slur.
Well, she was on a podcast saying the N-word.
The N-word.
Yeah. Multiple podcasts. Fast forward to Sierra, who's been coupled up with Nick. At this point, people thought they were going to see them in the finals. They found a racial slur on her page as well.
So she used a slur that's usually used against like Asian people, but she was using it as to represent like how small her eyes are.
Or to describe her, like the look of her eyes. Because the post, she was talking about Botox. The post said something about like Botox is not for everybody, but I like it for me. Particularly, I like the blank look. That's how she used it. Now, when she did post, she made this post several years ago. When she made the post, somebody called her out on it directly, and she immediately apologized. She was like, "Hey, like, I'm so sorry. I did not know this was a slur. Thank you so much for educating me." She took it down immediately. Like, the response was clear cut, and it was back from like 2014, I think. And so like it, and she
20 years ago,
2014.
Okay, don't quote me on that, but it was a couple years ago. Don't quote me on that, but it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it had to be a couple because like she's like 23.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a couple of years ago. I think it was like 3 or 4, maybe 5.
I'm just saying, like,
but either way, she apologized. She was like, "I had no idea. you know, she just didn't know. And again, it was a very long, well thought out message. She was like, you know, thank you for letting me know, took it down. Now, I feel like the person who made that message resurface, they posted it, but they didn't post her apology. And I feel like that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's almost as if like you guys are trying to like bully, you know, you're trying to take, like, you're trying to make a point and you want to bully somebody. You want to make that point by getting her kicked off the show. I just feel like
people are getting enjoyment out of doing that.
And you're getting enjoyment out of doing that.
Yeah,
and like,
I do agree. I think this season was different because like people are calling ICE on like Amaya's family.
People call ICE on her family. She said people
family.
call ICE on her family, and I'm just like, bro, like,
so I
at
think
what point do we draw the? Does production draw the line? Like, you know what I mean? Like, make those decisions for themselves because it's like y'all are just. I mean, I feel like they did it because they didn't want to look bad in the community. When it's just like, I'm pretty sure she had to tell them, oh, you know what? I did make that mistake, and I did apologize for it because I genuinely did not know. Like, let's actually talk about intent here. You know what I mean? Like, she clearly did not mean to offend anybody, and that wasn't her point. She didn't use it even in a derogatory term. She was
just doing that because they didn't like her.
You know what I'm saying? And again, trying to make a point and almost like make somebody feel like less than, like you have control, so I'm gonna get you removed from the show. And that's why I feel like, you know, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like that was up to production to eat that.
Yeah, and I don't think I don't think she should have got kicked off. I'm sorry. Like,
but do you think that she would have gotten? You know what the crazy part is? I don't think she would have gotten kicked off if they didn't. If Yulisa was never there.
But I also feel like Yulisa's was. I don't know. Go ahead, Michelle.
I was going to say, okay, so apparently you were right. She did have an original post in 2015, but she also said it again in 2023. So, I mean, I think that's probably why they were less, empathetic to her apology. But also,
right, I did read that she did it twice, but I didn't understand where.
So, so I think that it was like 2023, you're kind of older. 2015, you're younger. 2023, you've already been told it was inoffensive. And I think when someone called her out on it to try to be like, hey, this is offensive. Because she had it as a highlight, crazy enough. So someone responded to it and she was like, well, I didn't mean it that way. And I will say that, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't use that word or whatever, but I have seen it. I've heard it in songs. I've heard it often. I never knew it was an actual slur.
I didn't know it was a slur.
And you know,
a lot of people didn't.
And so I think a lot of it is just, you know, to me, it's like, of course, I pull her off because if you don't stand for any sort of racism, ignorance or not,
absolutely,
of course. But I will say, as a person, do I think she deserves death threats for ignorance? No.
Do I think she deserves ICE being called on her family?
No. I think at some point, it's like we have to understand people are human. They're going to make mistakes. And I think the consequence she faced, being pulled from Love Island and having to
I feel like that was enough.
I think that's consequence enough. I really don't think she needs to be deported.
Yeah, or you're calling her family and making threats.
Calling
like,
ICE is
what are y'all
just
doing?
as racist as the slur she
It's just as racist.
Why y'all assuming she's illegal?
If not more.
Anyone in her family is illegal. That's wrong.
And then if they were and something happened, like, how can you live with that? Like, to me, it's just, you know, it brings me to like this world we live in now. People are really moving in ways that are kind of, I hate to use the term crazy, but it is. Like, I don't know if y'all heard just recently 2 days ago in Detroit, a McDonald's employee killed her manager because the manager allegedly was quote unquote bullying her and that they had issues.
She was sending her home apparently.
Yeah, I guess she sent her home apparently a few times. But to me, it's like, if you don't like the situation you're in, like the job you're working for, what do? We leave, we quit. But you taking it upon yourself to now take the life of a mother of 6 children, to me, I can't stand for that. And y'all be in the comments justifying these nonsensical actions. It doesn't make sense at this point. Like, y'all, we're in scary times. Why do none of y'all know how to like resolve problems in a nice, calm manner? Yeah. Everything just has to be 0 to 100. You're killing people now.
Well, I think it's just a lot of chemical imbalances.
I was going to say, there's no emotional regulation.
Yeah, I think there's just like a lot of chemical imbalances whenever it comes to these things, because you're right. Like, someone who's completely balanced would think like, okay, that you wouldn't even think I'm going to go kill somebody in behind, like being like so mad or whatever the case may be. But it also happened in Arlington yesterday. Where a mother of this guy's children came in and shot him dead while he was getting a haircut in Arlington. You know, so it's like, I just think that a lot of people are on edge. A lot of people are not getting like the mental help that they need. And then these situations are happening to them and they don't know how to cope with them. And their first thought is like, violence.
But we also need to speak to, like, for example, these people that are going on trial. Like, to me, it's like, oh, well, this is the reason why they did. No, there's no reason to killing somebody. There's never a justifiable reason to killing someone. Like, it's not your responsibility. Now play God.
Self-defense.
Okay, but it's not your time to play God here. Like, you're not, who are you? You know, and I feel like now, like, we live in a climate where, like, people are justifying bullshit.
You're taking the impact out of what it means to take somebody's life.
Yeah, like, that's a big deal. Yeah. Kids lost a parent. And, like, I read these comments, and, like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'd be so sick. Like, are y'all for real? Like, are y'all for real? If this was your loved one, you be talking like that? There's no justification in killing somebody. I feel like everyone, y'all, we need to get on the right side of things. Especially adults and with children. We're not kids. We're adults here. Who are the adults? Kids or adults? Like, it seems like all of us as adults now, we think like children. We're like, oh, someone pushes me, I deserve to retaliate. No, walk away.
But I think that just goes back to, I think that everyone's priorities are just messed up, because if we think about it, like,
even their moral compass is not there.
Even taken to like Love Island account, we have heard about Love Island more than we have heard about like the actual like things going on in the world, like the flood, like wars, like the big beautiful bill being passed. Like, I feel like people just swept right on over that the fact that it actually was able to get passed. Like, there's just so many things that people don't take into account, and it's like, I don't know. I think we're looking for things to make us happy. I really don't know what it is at this point. Like, with Love Island, people are just happy. People just want something to talk about.
I mean, that's why I was like, I'm low-key still on the matter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm low-key still on the matter.
I mean, at the end of the day, to be honest with you, I'm kind of over this Love Island season, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think that anyone's really genuine. I don't
think so either. That's what I was going to ask you.
I don't think there's really any real couples in there.
There's not.
Maybe Amaya and Brian, maybe.
None of them are really
but
they're all influencers getting a check.
I don't think that any of them can be outside of the villa. Like, if you look at last season, there are still like so many couples.
Not last season. Every season, there's been at least 3 genuine couples at the very end.
But couples that are still together now. Like, if you look at it, it's like they're all still together.
Not all of them, but yeah.
I mean, but we're talking about the main couples.
Last season?
Season 6.
You're talking about last season. I'm talking about prior season.
No, I'm talking about last season. But I'm thinking last season. So now we're a year in. They're still together. So it was past the show. Do I see that for anyone that's currently on this show? No.
And did y'all watch last night's episode?
Yes.
You did. Paula, you said no?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Because I was going to say, is this a spoiler alert?
I mean,
spoiler for
I don't
me.
even think anyone cares.
I don't know. Ace and Shelly went home.
They already been on platforms hosting interviews. They look like losers.
Yeah,
so
wait, losers is crazy.
They do. Y'all got eliminated last night. You're already doing interviews.
But that's what they're supposed to do.
They said they
no. The thing is,
everybody does an interview when
you're a loser.
For doing an interview when they're
You're a loser. L's up. You're a loser.
How are they the actor's son?
You're a loser.
That's what they're supposed to do.
But I mean, but everybody has done an interview after.
Y'all are already going on and spill like y'all.
What interview? Because
it was like some like it looked like it was like they were recording from home and like zooming in.
They hadn't even. They're still in Fiji.
You get what I'm saying? But to me, it's like, dang, like, can the show end before you start giving your side?
No,
but isn't that what they're supposed to do? Is like go on the
you're ruining the integrity of the show.
She's not talking about After Sun. She's talking about they're doing like podcasts.
Like, you're ruining the integrity of the show. Jeremiah, Hannah, all y'all are ruining the show. No one.
But that's how their management sets up for them after, and production sets up for them
maybe
after
that's the problem.
That's Paulette's point.
That's my problem, because when we were, for example, let's just take Love Island out because I think this is just too current. Let's talk about Real World Road Rules challenges. When they got eliminated, there was a certain time period you have to let the show end to now give your side on stuff.
This is what I'm saying. I think that with this Love Island season in particular, they had different rules. If you look at it, everyone that's still in the game, actually even before that, they had people running their social media.
But you're not catching that point.
That's how it always is. I think it's.
But last season was not like that.
They do have people. Every season,
last
even
season,
UK,
people's seasons were last season in US. People were off there. No one was running their social media.
No, that was UK. Okay, so UK did a thing. Love Island UK did a thing where they stopped the social media just because there was a lot of social media bullying going on. So what they said was, when you leave your social media behind. I think because of people not getting, I guess, returning, not getting followers, all the other stuff, they picked up the idea of people running their social medias. But it has been a Love Island thing before, because usually whoever comes in the house is usually your social media handler.
Yeah.
So like, say it's your family member.
So that's what I was saying. So I think that this season around, like, if Love Island didn't want them doing interviews, they could easily stop that. They could easily say, like, hey, like, put it into their contract, like, hey, you're obligated to not do interviews for an X amount of time. Everyone's doing them. I feel like Love Island wanted that.
But I don't think that's what Paul is saying. I think y'all are missing the point, because I kind of agree. this was a season full of cloud chasers. They all came for that. That's the reason why they're so quick to do interviews.
Yeah, like.
If y'all really came for love,
and that's why people
are. You wait for like the reunion to like now give your side. Like I don't want to hear your side after you got voted off.
Yeah,
loser.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to hear that.
But I wouldn't say them in particular losers because everybody has been doing it. So I mean, maybe they're all losers.
And I called them out. They're
like
losers, and Charlie are losers.
I'm not gonna lie. Even though I felt how I felt about Ace, I do feel like I thought they were gonna see to the end.
They were genuine.
They were the only
guys. Do you know their lore? Y'all are funny.
Don't let last season fool you guys. The black people never win. The black couple never wins. They always get sent home.
Shelly and Ace never gave organic.
And where everybody was clued in this season.
Shelly and Ace never gave organic.
I mean, okay.
All these little things that are coming out, I believe it. None of them give organic. Everyone is performing.
I feel like they really like each other. But then when I had to remember that Shelly is 27 and Ace is 22.
That's a small boy to her.
Yeah, like I think she's a little bit past that stage.
Her son.
I would say son, but like
that is.
I think
and the way her dad was acting showed everything I needed to know.
Yeah, her dad was not really receptive to like him being him. But I do think that I'm not gonna lie, I don't think they deserve to get. I didn't want to see Ace win for sure, but I think they should have at least done top 3. I feel like them getting removed. I think them getting removed is a little racially motivated. I don't know, like I because it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere.
I don't think America was a fan of them anymore.
Iris and Pepe,
but Iris and Pepe over that. Huda and Chris over that.
I mean, America didn't vote for them.
Chris does not even like her.
Chris don't even.
I know. Like, it's unfortunate, but
you see how stressed he was when
them there.
You see how stressed he was when his parents. Like
he knows.
He know, and I think they were being very reserved because they didn't want to look a certain way on TV. But I feel like they feel a way about Huda. He knows. Like
he knows that Huda is not the type of person that his family will want him to bring home.
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
And how are you know you're the type of person Huda's family wants you to bring home?
Probably not. You know how they get.
So
I mean, it might.
I just feel like I don't know. Like
Chris is actually.
I'm not gonna lie. He's performing too. So like everyone is performing, and I'm not about to sit here and now talk about someone's character.
They asked him his highlight of the season, he ain't real to me. And he said playing ball with my bros.
I actually feel him. No, because that's what he's saying. Like I
imagine.
No,
playing basketball.
The reason why
hold on, Paulette.
The reason why I actually feel him in that sense was because I'm not gonna lie. Like Huda really little broed him. The fact that you want to sleep with me at night, like you want to have full blown sex with me at night, and then I ask you for a kiss during the day, and you're looking around
to see who's gonna kiss. Like Huda, be so for real. And then like he literally told her, in no world, like no matter how many times you repeat the same thing, I'm not going to understand it.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Like, do you feel like she's justified? Because it's like a lot of people are like, oh, she's trying to say that, oh, like because of how she got treated with Jeremiah.
No.
I don't think so either. I'm
because
like,
everyone heard you hunching at night.
Yeah.
No one cares if you kiss him during the day.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm not with her. I am not. That's why I'm like, why is Huda still in my villa? Like,
I don't know. I just feel like, Chris, you wanted to kiss. What you asking someone to kiss you for? Is it your girl?
So you want to force it?
Huh?
I'm just saying, like, y'all. I'm just. This is just me being honest. Asking for a kiss from your partner is crazy.
No, it's not.
It's not at all.
Asking for a kiss.
One thing about me, I'm an ass.
Asking for a kiss.
I mean, there's sometimes where you ask.
So you can't steal a kiss. I feel like Chris wanted to steal the kiss.
Like, they've known each other for 2 weeks.
But it's like, okay, so you're saying that then. So I'm not gonna. Some of these conversations is like. But I feel like editing. I also do think that editing too is playing a factor here, because for all we know, they've been kissing on camera and it's just been getting edited out. We don't know. That's why I said, y'all, this season.
She talked about her being hesitant herself and why she doesn't do it.
But I'm just saying, like, I feel like knowing that this season is a big performance, I can't take it serious. I'm not even going to allow my mind to be like, oh, this is real. It's not. It's a big performance.
But you know what's crazy? Because I heard a lot of people saying, like, oh my gosh, like Love Island US has went down. Y'all, the U.S. Love Island was never that girl. Like it literally was season 6 to put them on the map.
That's it.
That was it. It's like
it's UK. That's that girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like y'all need to be watching UK. That's where the real love is. That's where the real
and the production company is. That's where the drama is. The good TV.
It's even longer. Like the U.S. has always been trashed. Always been over sexualized. Like if people used to always say like America took Love Island and turned it into something else. They turned it into Temptation Island. Like. The other one isn't like that.
And it's like they go in there and it's definitely like, even, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Like even how Huda is like dressed down throughout the day. And I'm like, I'm not used to seeing this. Girl, like the girls they have to be healed.
They look like Alandria.
Full outfits. No. They look like Alandria.
They look like Alandria.
I'm like her sweats and her Yeezy slides. And I'm like, she's always dressed down. And are we allowing this? Like no makeup for today. I feel that. But I'm like, damn, like they don't play that in UK.
No,
like,
they're in full dresses.
Yeah.
Like sponsored by Pretty Little Thing and Opali. Like
it's
they don't
sponsored
play.
by eBay.
Yeah.
They're like they don't play about them closets. Like
But I feel like they have a standard of practice.
Yeah.
there.
Heels
US, like,
24/7.
I don't know. Like I said, for me to just be my first season watching the U.S. Love Island, I'm very disappointed.
You need to go back and watch season 6.
Yeah, I am. But
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed. I won't sit here and act
And the girls
as
were
if, like,
dressing.
the girls
Yeah.
were dressing.
They were
Yes.
dressing.
The girls were dressing
like
last
I just don't
year.
want to act like all the discourse around this season. I'm like, y'all, this is wasted energy because this is not a real season.
That's why I do feel like when it hit the mainstream of US, it just became like the think pieces are way
like people are going
too
so far.
much,
I'm
and
like, y'all, this is just a performance season.
But also,
this is not real life.
It's not real. But also, I don't know. People who are black girls in particular who be voted for Huda, I'm like, I see you.
Yeah, we know your
I
kind.
see. I know what you are. I'm not rocking with it. And
But-
never. I'm sorry.
Speaking of Love Island, the girls is popping out with their man. Did y'all know that Meg Thee Stallion and Clay just popped out?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Coco Jones is
And
engaged.
Coco Jones
I'm
is
like,
engaged.
dang,
Meg Thee
so-
Stallion and Clay.
Clay
Yeah, Clay
Thompson.
So like I don't know how they even
Clay
clocked it. It's so crazy. Like
Thompson?
I
Well,
saw
we just
when did she
posted her,
stop
like,
dating?
No, she posted a picture. He's in the background.
Yeah,
no,
so she
no,
posted-
y'all. He posted a picture.
Oh.
No,
Kissing her.
No, before that.
Oh, yeah, before that,
So
yeah.
before that, she did post a picture. She posted a picture of her at a pool, and they zoomed in. There was a man in the background on a beach chair. They zoomed in, and it was Klay Thompson. And so then he posted the picture afterwards when people start clocking the tea that they were together. I mean, at the end of the day, Meg's gonna do. Meg likes a basketball player.
Picture?
She's just like. It looks like she's in Fiji. I actually thought it was like from the episode
Love
of her
Island.
being in Love Island. I'm not gonna lie.
Why haven't I seen?
No, it literally looks
Yeah.
like she's. Like,
Send that to me,
low-key-
Michelle.
No, that's another picture they posted. Her picture on her page. It's like her outfit. She has the same hair from whenever she showed up on Love Island and everything. So I thought she was still in Fiji, and I thought there was just like someone in the background. I didn't realize it was Klay Thompson.
That's so
Mhm.
random.
No, literally.
So he posted out, and then also
She loved
Coco
her
Jones.
basketball
Coco
player.
Jones is engaged to the Cleveland Cavaliers. What's his name?
Is it Donovan Mitchell?
Yes. So they popped up engaged. Like people didn't even know that they were dating. Like how y'all like? Do y'all really feel like dating in silence is like the way to go?
I love it. Shout out to my girl Coco. I love this for her. Clock it, everything. I do feel like, you know what? It's about to, somebody had to snatch her off the market. She was gonna get snatched up. Like she is a beautiful girl. Like, and I'm glad because now all these average men can stop thinking they can have her.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody think they could pull them some Coco Jones, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
glad somebody finally
Yeah.
did it. You know,
And I love it. I love the like
Pop out in
black
silence.
couples.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like just. And I think that like, but do y'all feel like dating in silence is actually like protecting your peace in a way, or do you feel like it's secretive? Because it's like, how are y'all gonna do it? Y'all just gonna pop up, just like
it's not really secret if you're stepping out with them, but like I mean, I feel like not having to. If I don't have to post who I'm dealing with. I don't have to do any of that. Like I'm dealing with who I'm dealing with, and who knows. So I feel like that's to me is the proper way of doing things, especially as you get older, and especially as celebrities. Like not. I honestly love that they did it that way because I think all celebrities need to go back to behaving this way. We don't need to know your dealings.
yeah.
We don't need to know that. All we need to see is you getting on one knee, ring on your finger. Like I think that's when the fans need to know that that part of your relationship. But other than that, I enjoy this whole dating in private, not exposing everything, taking pictures, all this stuff. Because to me, that's when the evil eye is real and people start praying against your relationship. And before you know it, they're not together anymore. Not their case, but I'm just saying in general.
Because
So.
the same thing recently happened with Ari and Moneybagg Yo. People have been speculating they broke up.
just because he wasn't at her
He
30th
wasn't.
birthday and they're
And then-
together.
But someone apparently said on her Snapchat he's always there. And she had made a post where she was like, she made the conscious decision to take him off her social media platform because there was just too much discourse going around.
Yeah.
And she couldn't even enjoy the
And
relationship.
he posted her. He posted her
posted
for
saying
the
happy
birthday,
birthday, yeah.
saying like, you know, fuck the rumor, stuff like that. Like, and I actually feel Ari for doing that because you're right. Like, it was just nothing but constant
Yeah.
drama.
And people get
between
so
them.
comfortable talking about your relationship when
And
you
it's
post
like-
it.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
like, and it's like I didn't ask for your 2 cents. So, but I mean, I understand why people do it.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm at a point in my life. I'm not dating out loud. Like, what are we doing?
No,
Yeah.
even though sometimes.
And what are you doing?
Because I just saw something where it's like sometimes you have to post that nigga just to make sure he ain't nobody else nigga.
No.
And I'm like, you know what? Because I would hate to pop out with a ring like. And someone's like, hold on, excuse me,
I
hold
feel-
on. Hey, sweetie.
I feel like
hey,
at that
love.
point you
If
better
you
have
pop out
respect
with a
for
ring,
yourself. You better have respect for yourself, and you better not say shit. Let me,
facts.
just leave that alone, and
Yeah.
you stop dealing with him. Simple.
And it'd be valid if you crashed the fuck out.
No, I'm not.
So-
No, I'm gonna. And I hope I don't sound like a pick me.
Wait, Nikki, can we? What? Nikki?
No,
Yes.
I feel her.
She
I actually
said
feel-
stop. You mean as the other woman?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If you post the ring for her not to say nothing?
Yes. As the
she
other
does,
woman,
like,
you
you're
need to
valid.
shut up.
Shut the
You need
fuck
to
up.
move on, and you need to delete his number.
Drop it in your group chats if you have to get it off your chest, but don't bring it to me because I'm set the shit out of you. 'Cause why you trying to ruin my
honestly,
moment?
Thank you.
Honestly,
Bitch, have you seen me get
Honestly.
engaged before?
Oh my God. Why are y'all mad at the woman and not the
No,
man?
I am because don't say nothing now.
'Cause
Don't
what are you
say nothing
doing?
now.
What are you
You
doing?
did not choose
I'm
you.
pretty
You sound
sure.
mad.
I'm pretty sure you knew about me, and
You
now
sound mad.
things are official.
This is
Shut up.
crazy.
'Cause the one thing about
Being
me-
mad at the woman and not the man.
Yes, I will.
I'm mad at everybody.
Because
That's
one
my
thing about it,
husband now,
if a
and
man
I will
was-
handle
Still your
it for
fiance.
you.
You have a
Still your
ring
fiance.
on
I
your
don't agree there.
if I let a man propose to me, knowing how I get down, I be all over a nigga, like
Yep.
24/7. So it's no way you ain't seen a lick of me in that man phone, in that man ear, calling his
That
phone,
part.
nothing.
That
you
part.
waited till I posted my engagement. Now
So
you want to
now-
come to me as a woman? I'm gonna come to you as a bitch. Mind your fucking business.
Actually,
we still get married. Mind your business.
I'm gonna come with you with a bullet and a tombstone.
Wait,
That's where you
wait,
going.
Paulette. Wait,
In that
Paulette.
order.
Not Britt Edie.
Paulette.
Paulette, what are
Not
you doing?
the advocate
I'm just kidding.
for
I'm just kidding.
non-violence.
I'm just kidding. But
Did
it's
he
like
put a
at
gut
that
up?
day, you know you have to go somewhere else to
Is
another
you cool,
country.
bitch?
You're
Like,
not here
literally.
anymore. No one knows you in America because you're gonna have to go somewhere else because
I mean, I hear y'all.
Your
but
life-
again,
your
it
life
just
is
sounds
over
like
after that day.
More smoke for the women than the man that.
No,
was
it
rolling
is
around
gonna be
on
smoke
y'all.
because the ring not coming off, baby. We gonna talk about it, but we
hold on.
I'm sorry, the ring is coming off.
Wait. Yeah, I'm not.
No.
Let
The
me
ring's
be, let me be
absolutely coming
real.
off. Where is
Let me tell y'all something.
It's not.
No,
because
hold on.
everyone always has a story. You have to, I'm not gonna lie.
True.
We never talk about this, but everyone always has a story. You never talk to somebody who all of a sudden get in a relationship. Oh, me and him.
True.
You and him when? In 2016. In the year of 2025. Is it recent? Everybody always wants
Yeah,
to
right.
get off
No,
their personal
I
time
feel
because
that.
you're mad he didn't choose you.
I feel that, but let me tell
I'm
you
not going to give you
something.
space to ruin my moment because you felt like you had to get shit off. Like you don't have a group chat friends or a mom you can talk to.
But let me tell you something. The group I got. Oh, best believe everybody hitting the net, hitting whatever they got. And if anything comes back, the ring is coming off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
Loki, we have to
If
write
one
a
of my
little
girls
background
bring me
research.
some book of something like, hey, actually,
It would
we
have
found
to-
this in 2024,
No, it has to be like
December
very-
31st, 2024.
I mean,
Go
if
into
it's
25.
old, yeah, I'm assuming. Okay, I thought y'all meant like recent. Like if you guys are talking to him at the same time, and then the girl pops up with a ring. Like y'all talking to the same nigga, and then the girl
There's a
pops up
difference
with a
between
ring.
talking and me like actually dating you to the point where we can get engaged.
That's
Now,
what I'm
if-
saying.
Now, if anything
listen.
has come forward in the time of you and I being serious, not in that even like, oh, we had just met and you met someone else. No, I don't care.
Yeah,
No.
respectfully. I
It
don't
has-
care that y'all went on a date.
No, so let me tell y'all the
3 months after I met
scenario
him.
I'm assuming was that you guys were both dating, and I'm assuming maybe let's say serious, and then he proposes to one of them. Let's say you, he proposes, and then all of a sudden the girl, when you post the picture, the girl's like, da, 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 da.
The girl should not be.
She shouldn't
I'm
be.
like,
That's, and my thing is,
we're
bro,
not gonna get that far because I'm not hearing you out, sis.
okay,
You-
and that's
your
what I'm saying. You're
receipts
gonna
need to be
keep
so
the
tight.
ring. You're
There's
gonna
nothing to talk
stick with this
about.
man.
There's nothing to talk about.
No, so,
You're gonna
but
stick with this man.
Okay,
Crystal,
let me
do
tell you
not-
something.
I'm telling you.
Because Chris, I understand where Crystal's coming from.
girls are haters
But
sometimes.
No, I understand girls being a hater, but at the same time, if she's actually,
Hold
I'm
on.
giving you the scenario that she's actually talking to the same man
Right.
that proposed.
I wouldn't
Right.
know because I'm not listening
yeah,
to your
yeah.
story.
Let me-
But my
hold on.
thing is why? Like
Crystal,
the
can
man,
I
he's
talk to
literally
you?
talking to
Crystal,
multiple
why would
girls
you-
at one
can I
time.
talk to you?
Though.
Like I said, it goes back to my answer before. The group of people I have around me, yes, we go. Y'all gonna let me take
That's
my
gonna do a
picture,
sweep.
engagement and everything, right? I'm not gonna let an outsider come in and ruin what I got going on.
No, but-
However, we will fact check. And I will see what the hell is going on.
I gave y'all
and
the
if
scenario, it's true.
But I'm just saying. But if it's something like there's levels to some
I gave
stuff.
you guys the
But there's
scenario. You
levels
keep
to
trying
some
to
stuff.
switch,
You basically
change
you're
the field
saying that
goal.
if it was
Oh,
the same
you're saying
time-
I did my fact check and I figured that out through my fact checking. Because what I'm saying is personally, if a girl comes to me as a woman about my relationship, I'm never hearing you out, sis. I'm never hearing you out. I'm
Yeah.
never going to, especially if I'm engaged.
No, not
your
coming
chance
to you
to
about
do
your-
your
Not coming to you about your relationship. She's letting
Yeah.
you know we are dating the
So
same
she's-
No. So
man.
she's
Coming
coming
to
to
you about
me.
your
I'm never
relationship.
gonna hear you out. I just got
Michelle's
engaged.
telling
That's
you-
some hating
Michelle's
ass
telling
shit.
you that she doesn't even have the platform to be able to tell me that
No,
information.
you don't have
but
that
I also
relationship.
feel like I'm not
Because
gonna lie.
you've been holding on to this
I'm not
until I got
listening.
engaged.
No, I'm not
okay, but then
listening.
okay, fine.
When did you find out about me?
Discourse, that's fine. But to go and like saying that you're gonna keep the ring and stay with this man who's
I
talking to a
will.
whole nother
Yes.
girl.
I will.
I don't know that
Yes,
he's been
I
talking
don't
to
know
her. 'cause
that.
I think
I literally just told
And
y'all
Crystal,
it's
that's up
true.
to
Why
me.
are y'all
Me
moving the
but
field
wait,
goal?
me and the
Okay.
girl didn't talk.
Yeah,
and
we-
that's what we're
y'all,
trying to say is that
we're focusing
the girl.
too much on the other girl. Let's talk about
No.
the man and you. We can work that out.
But what Crystal is saying, no, this is what
we can't work that out.
No,
but what
y'all
Why are you talking to other women?
But
I know you hear what you're saying, but it's like, okay, so like moving forward, like she's saying, are you gonna give the ring back? You're saying no, but because I'm not giving you platform.
What I'm saying is, me and that girl will never have dialogue.
So I won't even know what's going on.
No, but Crystal's saying, well, after this, I'm saying, if Nikki comes to me and says, hey, Michelle, that's different. That's Nikki coming to me as a friend who cares about me. Having a conversation, that's very different. I have to listen to that. But what y'all should expect, I'll be honest, I'm telling you, because I've heard a lot of people go through this.
Yes. Yeah.
Girls are going to come out of the woodworks. Everyone's going to have a fucking story because they're going to be like, oh, well, in 2020, he was texting me, how long have y'all been dating again? You cannot acknowledge all of this. My thing is, I feel like even me, I would be a hating ass bitch if I see someone post their engagement.
So how is she
and
moving
I use
the field
that
goal?
moment
because
to come.
You're saying that people are going to have moments that I agree with you 100%. What I'm saying, I gave y'all a scenario, and I'm saying that it is true.
Yeah,
I'm saying that there's no dialogue. The girl didn't. Let's say that she just maybe sent you a message. Like you guys didn't have.
But that's the same thing.
But
I said if Nikki came to me, I would listen. I said if Nikki came to me, yes. What I'm saying is, if it was true, I would not know because me and that girl would not talk. We would not have that conversation. I would not.
So what if you ask him about it and he says?
My thing is, see, and this is where me and you differ. I'm saying I'm not acknowledging bitches coming out after my engagement.
Yeah.
We're not in a relationship. If I get engaged and a bunch of girls come to me, oh, me and him talking 20, that's some hating. To me, I already feel like you're a hater. So I have nothing to talk to you about.
Because that's in that scenario, right? When are you protecting yourself in peace? Like, must I, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like you're saying you'll leave the ring, but like, what's wrong for a woman not giving the ring back? To me, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
for me,
there are some people that wholeheartedly don't let outside come in.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you know?
and I understand that. But if it comes to be true that the person that just put a ring on my finger is still entertaining other women up until the point where like I'm deceived in our relationship, you gave me a ring and you're still you fucking with other bitches. I'm sorry. Like, what are we doing? Like, that's what I'm like. What are we talking about here? You're talking to other women and you put a ring on my finger, so you're not serious. Like,
my question is like. So the reason why, like, I wouldn't entertain it personally is because my question is like, y'all can't tell me that kind of hasn't happened to y'all where it was like, you felt like there's been a man that has gotten engaged and you're like, dang, he was kind of just flirting with me. Now, would I go open my mouth and be like, hey, just want to let you know your fiance has been saying X, Y, and Z to me? No, that doesn't matter.
I said he was actually talking to the girl.
In a relationship with the girl.
But we've already established when I said, if Nikki was to come to me as a friend and say all that, we confirmed it to be true, that's very different. Because it's coming from a loving friend that I know this is verifiably true. What I'm saying is, when you're in a relationship, all that coming to me as a woman, all the other stuff, when I was younger, I used to take the bait every single time. It's like, no. But when you're older and you realize, even when you have friends who be coming to niggas as women, it's just like, was this worth to go to this person? This was so far long ago. Y'all didn't have anything concrete enough to come to this girl's woman. At the end of the day, not a lot of women, let's be honest. I mean, we're all women here. Some girls are just haters. Like sometimes not every woman wants to see you happy. Sometimes a girl will see a man who maybe she curves and give the time of day and they have a relationship and she takes this opportunity to come to her as a woman. When in actuality, it's just like, y'all had a thing a year and a half ago. Maybe he liked a couple of your pictures 2 months ago, and because he liked your pictures 2 months ago, you feel
you have grounds
with all
to like
good conscience you can come to this woman and ruin her engagement in this moment. That's crazy to me. That's why I feel like if you get engaged and a girl comes to you 2 hours after your engagement with a story, that's some hating ass shit. I would not even. To me, that's a thing that if that was my friend that had her phone in my hand, I would delete that shit immediately. You wouldn't even get a chance to see it. Delete. You're a hating ass bitch.
Also, too, I feel like because now that I'm older and like wiser and just like experience some things, like, you know, like way back in our old days in our podcast, we talk about, like if we found out like we're the one we would tell them, I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't, because I just feel like let them go be in peace, like excuse yourself, log out of the chat. Like, I'm not gonna like, what are you gonna do? They're gonna be together still and you're gonna look like boo-boo the fool and look crazy and they might defame you in your city. So like, just let it go. Bow out gracefully. Because me personally, I honestly don't believe in people outing people anymore. I'm not gonna lie.
To be honest with you,
I just don't.
I also think that there are signs. Like, you might be looking past them, but there's always going to be.
You gonna know if
there's always going to be signs. But
or you're just gonna know if someone's in a marriage. You're just gonna know. And like, if you don't know it, you need to get around women who know it, and they'll educate you, because that's kind of odd. I will never anytime I've been around women that be like, oh, I'm gonna let his girl know. I'm like, I always be like, girl, why? Like, what's that gonna do? You gonna look crazy.
And it'd be the smallest thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he was just in my likes.
Like,
Likes, bro. You gonna come to a girl's woman over likes, like
this is real life here.
Yeah, I've
let's
never.
please
Maybe I
grow
don't know.
up.
I've never heard of like petty shit like that. I feel like the times that I've heard people come to a woman is
I
because she's
have.
fucking with the nigga.
No, it'd be petty.
Crystal,
It'd be petty.
I've heard
I said
some-
I've never
yeah,
heard.
I've heard-
I've never.
I'm
just
like,
the other week, someone was like, this person, I saw him out doing what?
Talking to a girl.
Yeah, I'm like, he
You
was
know what the
sexual with
conversation
bitches.
was?
I'm like, okay, y'all be trying to destroy marriage and relationships over the smallest things. I'm like,
And like y'all don't even be in a relationship yourself.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode. Mic drop.
Damn.
Thank y'all for joining in on another episode with your favorite ladies from Petty Party Podcast. Make sure you tune in with us. Follow us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you're following us on all our social media platforms. That is Petty Party Pod on Instagram and on TikTok. We are Petty Party Podcast on Twitter. We're also on Facebook. You can reach us on everything. If you have any motos, petty chronicles that you want us to dive in and discuss on our episodes, make sure you email us at pettyparty12814@gmail.com. You can also send us a DM on any of those platforms as well. It's your girl, Just Nick, checking out. Bye.
Bye, y'all. It's your girl, Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby. Please say the baby. Signing out. Peace.
It's your girl, Macolette, signing out. Holla.
bye, y'all. It's your girl, Shelly Shell. Until we meet again.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.